No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yes.
is some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So these
Don't scare the snake.
are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, I can hold it.
To just support their
Wait a
body.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
And you can show them to stream.
Hello.
wow.
We
Wow,
love
they've got long
snakies.
tongues.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just her
trying
body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy.
That's
Okay,
good.
great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
Alright, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. 420 is when you smoke weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like, I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you. Oh my god.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Okay, 5 push-ups. You guys ready? Ah! Oh my god, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm gonna do it against the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, workout for the day done. Oh. Whew. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, where is this leg going? Okay, so I think it goes like this, right? And then you want to get into, like, this position. Like, I think that's what we're trying to... Ta-da! See? My little fist? It fits perfectly. Proof that I punched it. Like, my fists aren't very big. They fit perfectly into each of these holes. And that's why my hand is, like, beyond bruised. They're quite bad. Oh shit, I should play this. Fudge. Wait, I checkmated?
I'm a genius! All planned!
Oh, know who this is. Your girlfriend? For Tasha's girlfriend? Wait, actually, I was fully joking. I was entirely memeing. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He's dating a chess player? Good for him, I guess. I don't know if that's a good for him in Polish culture. I don't know what chess players are like in Poland. If you have an ELO, I'm automatically not dating you, so tough luck, buddy. Only dating people who have no idea what the fuck chess is. Alright, okay. I'm scared, guys. A little bit. 3, 2, let's go, Nemo. 1. Oh my god!
And we are live with the chess.com Steam Battle with a second edition this year, gathering 8 teams with some of the greatest content creators in chess. We have today reached the semi-final phase. Today, team Check the India faces Oh Yes My Queen. I myself, Grandmaster Arthur Nations, I will be your host for the event. So we're going to start with team Check the India. So after the quarterfinal match, you said that you will very, very seriously prepare for the semi-final. Can you secrets?
Yes, a lot of time went in setting this up to ensure that there is live commentary for WR Chess, and also I'm here. So, yes, we prepared thoroughly.
No. What about Tanya?
Yeah, I have to admit we did not live up to those words very well so far, but I think we had a lot of fun yesterday, and I think we loved the format. We really enjoyed ourselves, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, you got it. So maybe now the question to the team. Oh yes, my queen. You know, I really was very closely following yesterday's quarterfinal match when you beat the team. How does it spell? Swallows, you know? Really, I had to Google what it means. It means like extremely muscular team. And there was this remark by Levy yesterday. He said that clearly the winner of this matchup yesterday against team Czech India is the strongest team in the event, that they're going to win the entire thing. And tomorrow against the team, Oh Yes My Queen, definitely the winning team is going to beat 2-0. And I saw Eric in the chat, and there was a reaction. But can you, Eric, or maybe Nemo, you can provide me with an official reaction?
Yeah, I mean, my reaction in chat was just the LOL emote. But
Right.
I don't know if there's any more to react to that. I think it's probably going to be a bit closer than 2-0 today, but we'll see.
Nemo? All right. All right, let's do this. Then let's check what we are in for today and go and see the bracket of the tournament, because this is the semi-final moment here for us. We already know the finalists, which is the team Ratatatatatata, the duo from Spain. I hope I pronounced them correctly. As you can see, we had a lot of content creators in the quarterfinals. The Spanish duo beat
one ta
which one?
at the end.
Which one did them? Which one?
The Ratatata, I think, is just slightly longer. But otherwise, okay.
I have no idea, to be honest, Tanya, how long it is, but I'm pretty sure I got it correctly, because ratata, it sounds way too official. So either way, they're in the final, and they're going to face the winners of today's matchup.
Oh.
So your expectations?
Should I start?
Whichever team
I
wants to
want
pick
to
up.
say that, sorry?
Yeah, whichever team wants to pick up, but
Yeah,
sure.
I want to
Okay.
say that I have been beaten by both Eric and Nemo before. By Eric in a match, by Nemo over the board. So I'm banking on Tanya to provide me with the support, here.
I
So
feel
that
like
we
before the
can.
start of every match, Sagar has this speech which just, is just like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Sagar, come on, we need a bit more trash talk from you right now.
Okay, trash talk. You know, when you see Eric, you cannot trash talk. Yeah,
That's
he's the
true.
sweetest guy out there. And when you look at Nemo, I mean, I'm following her content. I met her in Canada. Like she's a great friend. So there's
So
no
you're
way I can
saying that Levy and James are easier to trash talk to?
they were like, they were
Really?
attracted to trash talk, by trash talking. But these guys are not saying anything. They are like Eric is saying 2-0, but it will be much closer than that. He's not even saying, "Oh, we'll beat you 2-0," something like this. So then there's no way that you can trash talk.
I feel like Sagar is just so nice. Like he knows everybody in the chess community, and he is just genuinely like one of the nicest people. And it's just impossible. There's no trash talking here from me.
Oh, and Nemo, by the way, Nemo put Vishy Anand under pressure. If you see her channel, like how can we even compete against that? If you look at that video, I saw it closely. It was like from opening till almost end game, she was putting Anand under pressure with I think you were white.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's
So
yeah.
funnily enough, I never like texted Vishy because I didn't want to bother him, but he said that the end game, sorry, this is like a long tangent, but he said the end game is losing for me, but I actually checked over the table base and it's a draw. So next time I see Vishy, I gotta tell him that.
Eric, I feel you want to say something, but you don't want to say it.
Oh, I'm just enjoying the wholesome conversation right now. I'm happy that there's no trash talk, and I think everyone here respects each other. So, yeah, what more to
I
say?
don't know, Eric. I feel like you're saying all of that from the outside, but on the inside, you're LOLing right now.
I'm just hoping my fire alarm doesn't go off like last time, because
Yeah, speaking about the
yeah.
fire alarm, what was it? What was it? I hope everything is good because the last time you were like, there was this very loud alarm and you disappeared somewhere. I hope everything was good.
Yeah, they figured out what it was. It was because we cooked our last opponent so hard that it was
Oh,
going on.
right. I thought it was. Yeah.
There's always an
Definitely.
explanation for everything.
So probably we can expect more alarms going on today, right?
Maybe we'll see.
All right, I think you're ready, and it's time for us to go to the very first game, and let's see what we are about to.
Oh, everything disappeared for me. Is it just us now?
I can hear you. Yeah, I think it's just us.
Okay, awesome. All right, we got this.
Okay. I still see puzzle battle.
Yeah, okay.
or puzzle, okay. Now I see your board. Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel really good.
Good.
We have some good stuff.
Yeah, I don't think the games will be determined by the openings. Like openings
Yeah.
will hopefully have good fights from them. Again, we're black first game. I just had my coffee.
Nice. We'll just play our best chess, and honestly, that's gonna be.
That's what matters.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And we're starting with black first.
We start with black, yeah, which I think is a color I would start with if I could choose, because then, depending on the result, we can maybe shift our strategy for the next game.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I took a look at the openings you sent over. Seems good to me. Seems like
Okay.
some stuff that we can take them out of prep a little, hopefully.
Yeah, that's kind of the hope, is to get a fresh position from early on, try and drain some of their time early on. So I was watching yesterday, there were a lot of moments I think spent a little bit too much time in moments that they should just be playing quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And from what it sounded like, I don't think they had much time to prepare. I mean, there's really not much time to prepare for anyone, because it's
true.
less than 24 hours since their last match finished.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that Sagar and Tanya are probably both less familiar with faster time controls, so, you know, really hoping to pressure them potentially.
But we can't take them for granted. I mean,
For sure, absolutely not.
They
No, they're very good.
they had a lot of great moments yesterday.
Tanya just has a gold medal.
And she's
So,
fresh off
yeah,
playing Olympiad too, so yeah, it's definitely a big boost.
definitely.
Okay, so now I see.
Hey guys,
Oh, yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Simon here. Just saying we're going to be starting in 10 seconds. Make sure you're following your partner. The game will pop up automatically. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you. You got screen share?
Yes, I can see the board.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Okay. So expecting D4, D5. Knight f6. Knight f3 is a sign they may be trying to be flexible.
Knight f6?
Knight f6, yes. I'm actually wondering they might go for Catalan g3 or... Okay, play e6. And then if knight c3, you can play c6 quickly.
Take on d5 with the e-pawn always.
Yeah, you don't need to pre-move.
Yeah.
Tanya, this is more in Tanya's repertoire. She played the game against Alice Lee at the Olympiad, bishop g5.
Okay.
Knight bd7, and then c takes d5. So they might repeat that opening. Tanya's played a lot of moves in this position over the years. She used to play g3 a lot. She's played e3 a little bit. But okay, play knight bd7 here. You could pre-move ed5. That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, I mean, this is solid for white, but we will hopefully get a fight. Yeah, so they're avoiding the Cambridge Springs. Expecting e3. After e3, you can play bishop e7.
Bishop e7.
Yeah. And this is deviating from Tanya's game against Alice. Alice had played h6.
Okay.
We just want to castle quickly. Wait,
Yeah.
let me just make sure I'm remembering. Castle. Was it knight f? I looked at this last night, but I didn't review it this morning. I looked at knight f8 too.
If it was the stuff that you sent me, I'm pretty sure it was castling.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's castling. Yeah, just castle quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, castle, queen c2, rook e8. And then...
There's like h6, knight of...
Yeah. Yeah, rook e8, knight f8, knight g6 is one plan. They play h3. Okay, so you can play rook e8 here. Yeah, h3 is, I think, a more high-level approach.
Yeah, this was not what we had looked at, but...
That's okay. Yeah, knight f8.
Yeah, looks solid.
And they might play bishop f4 here, which is an attempt to preserve the bishop. Because there are cases where if they allow knight g6, then their dark square bishop can't retreat without allowing the trade.
If bishop f4, we just still play knight g6, right?
So bishop f4, we actually play knight e6, as far as I
E6.
remember.
Okay.
And there's some positional ideas. They castle queenside. Yeah, they did something similar in yesterday's match. Now, I'm pretty sure... Wait, let me try and remember this. I'm pretty sure I've looked at this position, but maybe not with a pawn in h3. Of course, b5 is like attractive.
Screaming at me.
There's also... Yeah, this is definitely a moment we should take our first think.
Yep.
Because I
Definitely
looked at a very
no.
similar position with knight e4 here.
Okay, definitely no h6 because that creates the weakness. So I'm taking.
Yeah, we don't want to play h6.
Five.
I'm trying to remember knight e4, but I think it was in a different line.
Knight f4.
But knight e4. So
Knight
there's
takes.
knight takes. Yeah, they can't take with knight. Knight
Right.
e4. The main move would be bishop takes e4. Pawn takes e4. Knight takes e4. And then, you know what? I think this is actually a much better version. Because in the very end, we're going to have this h6 move. And
Oh, if
I
the
say
knight
just
goes back, there's.
I say just play knight e4 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost positive this is just a better version. So I looked at a similar line with the knight still on d7. But because our knight is already on f8, we're going to have some bishop f5 resources.
Yeah. Okay, so bishop e4, pawn e4, knight e4, knight g5, bishop g5.
Yep.
Either knight g5.
Whatever
goes
knight
back.
takes, we play h6
Yeah,
and then bishop f5.
And if bishop f5, knight to d2.
And probably some queen e7.
Queen e7. Maybe queen to d5. We're threatening a2 as a double attack.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, because the knight's on e4.
And then if knight
That's very
c3, we
true.
can take the queen, and if knight takes
And then hit the rook.
d5. But then there's knight to c7. Oh no, we're up a piece.
We
Okay.
save our bishop. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have bishop f4.
Yeah, bishop f4. It might just be worth taking on c3 because then white has one less defender on the queen side.
Right. I like this idea, and then we can go for like bishop e6, c5. For example.
Right. Yeah, c5 is definitely a resource. Like b5, queen a5 are resources.
Okay.
I had looked at this position with the knight still on d7 and the pawn still on h2.
So this is basically an improvement.
This is improved because our knight wants to be on f8.
Okay.
I mean, at bishop f4, we might even have bishop f5 keeping all the tension. It could block into g4 though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we definitely have options after bishop f4.
Okay.
I think just queen takes e7.
Yep. And then if bishop takes, pawn takes. Pawn takes now.
Yeah, just pawn takes. Yep.
Knight d2. Do we want to play f5 or do we want to play bishop f5? No, bishop f5. There's f3.
Yeah, pawn f5 might. But, okay, g4 could be coming. So I'm not actually sure if taking is a threat because, like, when they take bishop f5, there might still be decent compensation. I'm just scanning for candidate moves here.
I like b5, for example, if we're not going to defend.
Yeah, b5 is interesting. I mean, they could take on e4 and then go for f3.
Yeah.
So let's see what. But bishop f5, f3, then they're ready to take with pawn. So I'm looking at f. What are we concerned about after f5? Is g4 really a big concern? Because we just take it. And the king side file is open, but if we can maintain the pawn on e4, it should be fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with playing f5. I think I'm a little bit maybe more concerned about d5 as a pawn push.
The d5, I don't know if there's a clear threat for white. Like, we might just play bishop d7, rook c8. I think it's okay.
Okay. I was looking at f5, d5, bishop d7, d6 because if queen takes, knight d takes e4.
Yeah, queen e5, and
Queen
their
e5.
d pawn should be weaker than it is strong.
Okay, we can just ignore it and play. Okay, that's
Right.
worked for me. Okay, I'm playing.
Let's go for f5.
And then we want to get bishop e6 basically ASAP.
Yep. Just reinforce the center. Should also keep in mind the square on d3 is a potential hole, like if our knight or bishop could ever get there.
Mm-hmm.
So like b6, bishop a6 is something to keep in mind.
Yep.
Of course, it's maybe a little bit slower, but bishop on d3 could be nice.
Yep.
I imagine they're considering g4 here, and then it could get messy, but
I think Tanya likes messy, so.
yeah. Yeah, based on their game yesterday too, they played a similar opening with the queenside castling and then going for the attack on the king side, and they actually didn't get a great position from the opening.
I was just gonna say, even after g4, we don't have to take. Like, worst case
That's
scenario.
actually a good point. Yeah. Because if they take on f5, we take back with bishop.
Right. Maybe even something like knight g6 could be cool, going knight h4.
Ooh, h4. That's interesting.
And then just like playing that endgame, or playing that endgame structure.
Yeah, we definitely have options after
So,
g4.
yeah.
Like we could also just play b5 and try and shift the focus to the queen side.
Yep. If knight to c4 trying to go knight e5, we should just go. I think bishop e6.
Bishop e6.
Yeah, we just don't need to worry about
Knight
it.
e5, knight d7,
Yep.
and
Okay.
always offer the trade.
Sounds good.
Yeah, usually in these positions, we do want to focus our attention on the side where our opponent's king is.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can get the pawn storm or somehow open the c file. But of course, it really depends what white does here. Okay, they play d5, so
Bishop d7.
that was the first thing that came to mind. I'm also now just realizing we do have a path to d3 for our knight, like knight g6 to e5 to d3.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a question if white has a threat here.
Well, d takes c6 might be a threat because bc6, knight c4, and then we have a really weak pawn structure, and we don't have the ability to ever push.
But then our bishop comes to e6, and we have the half-open b file, and
Okay. Could be worse. Yeah. So knight g6, for example, knight to c4 then?
knight c4. Yeah, good question. Do we have b5 there?
B5,
I know we allow d6,
d6.
but if we just play like queen d7, their knight is going to have to move. We play knight d3.
Knight e5.
And then, or knight e5 to d3.
Well, the problem is, okay, so knight g6, knight c4, b5, d6, queen to d7, knight to a5, knight to e5, knight to e2, and then our c pawn is really weak. Knight d3, king slides to b1.
And then we take on d6 because their rook is blocked.
Okay, and then we just trade the c pawn for the d pawn, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm liking knight g6 here. I think it's a bit more useful than playing bishop d7 first.
Okay, because we're okay with d takes c6.
Well, actually, one thing. Knight g6, pawn d6.
Queen to
then
queen to
maybe even queen
f7?
f7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then bishop d7 is coming. Should be totally fine.
Okay. Okay, so knight g6, d6, queen f7, knight to a4.
And like bishop e6 and knight e5 is coming, and
Okay.
our pieces find good squares.
Yeah, okay, cool. Knight g6 it is.
Yep. Yeah, like if we get two more moves and plant the knight on d3, I think black is in very good shape.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a question if white can stir up counterplay. I mean, they might try f3 at some point. We also just have the potential resource of taking. Oh, but yeah, if we take on d5, knight takes d5, they are threatening knight c7.
Wait, what if they play f3 now?
Yeah, I was kind of just wondering about that. F3 now we take.
And then pawn takes.
Yeah, we can't really take on e3.
Maybe then just bishop d7.
Take bishop d7. Yeah, that's one option. I'm wondering about lines like, let's say f3, c takes d5, and we willingly sack the exchange. Knight takes d5, queen f7, knight c7, and then like bishop e6, for example.
Well, we're not really sacking the exchange, right? Because knight takes e8, for example, we have rook to c8, and it pings the queen.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we don't have to recapture
Yeah.
the knight. That's actually very true.
So
Yeah, rook c8 comes very quickly.
knight c7
So
is
maybe
an
that's the
ideal
line
threat.
to go for. Like
Okay.
f3, because the c file opens up. Our queen on f7 is actually very nicely placed.
Mm-hmm.
So f3, cd5, knight d5, queen f7, a2 is a target.
Yeah.
Yeah, this d5 move might end up backfiring for them.
I wonder, no, there's no like queen b3 or anything. We can just take anyways.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm sorry if there's background noise on
No,
my
it's
end. There's a baby crying outside my window.
I heard the police siren.
Okay, yeah.
That's all good.
What to do? Yeah, doing well on time. I think we slowed down at the right moments. And this is exactly the type of position we want. It's just dynamic, active play, can play for a win as black.
For sure.
So we looked at f3. We looked at, I think knight c4 was also a potential move.
Yeah, knight c4. We have c takes d5 there as well.
That's also true. Yeah, that might be worth considering because it allows for bishop e6 quicker.
The problem with knight to c4, c takes d5, knight takes d5, we don't have queen f7, so I was
Oh,
thinking
knight
maybe
d6.
queen c5, but then I don't know if we ever want to really trade off queens. There's just nowhere really good for the queen to go after that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think like if b5 could, okay, never mind. So pawn d6.
Can we take? Oh, knight takes e4.
There's knight e4. So ideally, we just want to play queen f7, bishop e6, and chill.
Yep, I'm cool with queen f7. I think it's a transposition to the other lines we looked at.
Yeah, is there any other concern? Like queen f7, f3?
We take, and then bishop e6.
Okay, yeah, and then their knight is a bit restricted.
I mean, it's crazy,
yeah,
but we can even take on e3, so.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, queen f7 looks
Okay.
good.
So knight a4, we have knight e5.
Yeah,
If
I'd be very surprised if they play knight a4.
yeah.
Because a2 is also
Oh,
tender.
true. I didn't even see. Okay.
Okay, they go for f4. So they're preventing knight e5, and they're giving us the option to take on f3 or not. Problem is, if we don't take on f3, our knight is a bit misplaced, but I guess there's a couple plans here. Like, we could... I know you're looking at pawn takes f3. I'm looking at bishop e6, so maybe let's start by calculating pawn takes f3.
Okay.
G f3 or knight f3. Both moves are possible.
I think knight f3 maybe is a little bit more logical.
Yeah, I just don't like what it does to the structure because even if we win the e-pawn, it seems like they get activity.
Mm-hmm.
Their knight comes into the game, their d-pawn is supported by the rook. Intuitively, bishop e6 seems to make a lot more sense. They might have g4 ideas, but if they ever play g4, a knight can maybe plant itself on h4.
Okay, I like that. Also,
And
bishop
yeah, if they go for
e6.
knight b3,
Yeah.
if they go for knight b3, we have options. We could maybe take and then play rook d8 go after the d-pawn. We can also go for bishop c4 to d3. So
I like bishop c4, d3 a lot.
yeah, I say just play bishop e6.
Okay.
Put the ball back in their court. And I don't think we're threatening to take on a2 here because b3. But their knight on d2 is now restricted a little bit.
Yeah.
And it seems like their d-pawn should eventually just die. They might try and play g4 and spice things up.
Mm-hmm.
But g4, we maybe just leave the tension, and if g takes f5, we take back with bishop.
I honestly think g4, maybe we just go knight h4, because then if g takes f5, we have knight takes, and then we're threatening e3.
Oh, that's possible.
And then we're also threatening d6.
That's very possible. Yeah, e4 might be falling in some of those lines, but we do have good initiative there. So...
Oh, the other option is just rook a to d8, for example, because if they ever take and take on e4, now they don't have f3 to ever defend the knight, so we just win the knight, basically.
Wait, sorry, in what line? So g4...
If g4, rook a d8,
okay.
g takes f5,
Takes.
bishop takes, they can't really take on e4.
Oh, yeah, that's like kind of self-destructive for white.
Yeah, but there is rook... I mean, if they really want to defend it, they have like rook d4 and stuff, but I don't...
Mm-hmm.
I think we have c5 and can eventually play b5, I'm sure.
Yeah, there will be enough play.
Yeah. But pushing them into time trouble is really good. Or
Yeah,
like at least making them...
up over 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, we should keep in mind this b5, b4 resource too.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kick away the knight and then maybe someday win a2.
Well, we can't really win a2 right now because of b3.
But that's still b3, that's true.
Yeah. Can't get the bishop there. So now they can play knight a4, but after knight a4, oh.
Okay, they go for g4.
Rook d8.
Yeah, so again, after rook d8, pawn takes, bishop takes. Let's say knight d takes e4.
Queen e6.
Queen e6.
Oh, maybe knight c5.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
some
knight c5,
counter-
we can take with a check.
Then we take on e3.
Yeah.
So they have to play rook d4. And we play c5.
c5.
And it seems like their rook is running out of squares. Because
Yeah.
like rook c4 or a4, we have b5. And then knight takes b5, we win e4. Yeah, go for rook d8.
Okay. The one line I was looking at, g takes f5, g takes bishop takes f5. Oh no, if knight c takes, then we just win. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking at. G takes, bishop takes, knight c takes e4, queen to e6.
But a2 is also hanging there.
Oh, okay, you're right.
But it's still worth calculating because queen takes a2, knight f6. Gets a little bit murky. Should be good in black's favor though.
Wait, which is the line? G takes f5, bishop takes, knight c takes e4.
If knight c takes, we could take on a2, but we have other options too. I was looking at queen a2, knight f6 to trade knight for bishop. Okay, take back with bishop. Yeah, so what are they going to do here? If they take on e4...
I think it's taking on e4 because queen e6, there's knight g5 or knight c5. Maybe that's what they were looking at.
we don't have queen e3 check.
Right, so we have to make queen takes a2 work. And then queen takes a2, knight f6. We take with the pawn, queen takes f5.
Yeah, then we take on d6 maybe. We have queen a1, we have rook takes e3. It seems like there should be at least one good option there for black.
No queen a1 because knight b1 is actually
That's
really
true.
terrible for us. So rook
Yeah, our
d6.
king is a little bit shaky too.
Yeah. But I like rook
Wait, knight
d6.
c takes e4. I'm wondering if can we start with rook takes e4?
Oh.
Okay, they play knight b3, so... Oh, that's interesting. So they want to play knight d4, and we don't have this quick bishop c4 to d3. Do we have rook e6 just attacking the pawn? How do they defend?
Knight to d4, rook takes d6, knight takes f5, queen takes, there you get e4 back.
That's true. We also maybe can consider knight h4 to f3 here.
Thoughts on maybe, oh no, b6, knight d4. Okay, knight h4, knight f3.
That's one idea.
Yeah. I feel like there's tactics here.
There's also the idea, might maybe too weird, is to play bishop e6 to c4, but I feel like it's a little bit slow because e4 hangs. Okay, I would like to attack the d pawn. We look at this rook e6 line again. Rook e6, knight e4. Rook e takes d6. Knight takes f5. Queen takes f5. Trade. Let's say they take on d6. We take back on d6. Yeah, they win e4, and we're probably not worse. We do have... We might have like rook e6 in the very end of that line to go after e3. But it's very concrete.
Okay.
A few other moves that just popped into my mind. One is knight takes f4 and e3. I don't think it works though.
What are your thoughts on just b6? b6, knight d4, c5, and if knight takes f5, take with the queen?
Wait a minute. Yeah, b6 is definitely a candidate move, but b6, knight d4, can we take on d6?
And then knight takes f5. Oh, and then we just
take on
take the
d1
rook and then
defend our pawn.
Oh, and then if rook d4, we can always just go for h3.
Yeah, I was looking at c5 to like sack the c pawn, but b6 might be a nice prophylactic move.
I like b6.
b6 c5.
b6. No, I think maybe just b6, knight d4, rook takes d6 is totally fine.
Right.
And if they don't do anything, we can always play c5.
Is there a more useful move to play than b6?
Knight h4. But knight h4 runs into knight c5 potentially. I kind of want to stop knight c5 as well, because I don't really want. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, but we should make a move.
Oh, sorry, my audio I think cut out for a moment there. I said you can go ahead and play b6.
Okay.
I think the mic and it lost connection for a moment.
No worries. No worries. I just want to make sure that we're making at least decent moves with enough time to spare. But
yeah, I like this b6 idea, just kind of keeping all the tension in the position. And then eventually we do want to go after this d6 pawn.
Yep.
They might play rook d2. Like they might also try and slow play rook d2, rook hd1.
Can we just go c5?
Yeah, c5 looks fine actually.
Because we can always take on h3 if they ever just go. Wait.
That's true.
You know what's interesting? Maybe they want to play h4.
Worst case, we have knight f8 back.
Yeah, we also have queen f6 for now, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I think. But it might be interesting.
Also, if rook d2, then maybe knight h4 is more attractive because knight f3 comes with tempo.
Yep.
Also, rook d2, there might be knight takes f4.
Oh, yeah.
Although maybe the knight takes f4, rook f1.
Well, rook
Oh, but
f1,
then
we always have
knight
knight
d3.
d3. Yeah. But then there's
Definitely
rook
worth
takes,
calculating.
and then there's e4. Oh no, we threaten the queen, so they don't have that.
Yeah, it could get messy, but it's a good resource to keep in mind.
We are up on time, so I'm happy with messy.
Yep. That's nice. Yeah, still up about 3 minutes.
Yep. I think rook d2, knight f4 just straight up works.
So knight f4, ef4, e3. Wow, okay, so e3, there's rook d3.
Rook d3, rook takes d6.
Rook takes g6.
Oh, maybe knight to d4. No, knight d4 we just take. Never
Wait,
mind.
sorry. Knight takes f4.
E takes.
Pawn takes e3.
Mm-hmm.
Rook d3.
Rook d4, rook d6.
And then I was wondering about rook takes d6. They sack the queen, and they have rook and 2 knights. But we have a passed pawn.
And we get f4.
We get f4 with tempo. We have queen f5 check to throw in.
Hard to play imbalances down on time too. So.
Yeah. Is there any rook d3? Also, after rook d3, we might have c5. So to threaten c4 with a fork and the rook being pinned. So I think as long as there's no other concerns, I think knight f4 we can probably go ahead and play. But let's just make sure, just hover over f4. Does white have any other options? Because if rook f1 or rook f2, we have knight d3. Knight takes e4 doesn't work. I say just, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
And if you want to pre-move e3, it's not necessary, but you could.
Yeah, e3 is pretty forceful. I wonder if there's what there could possibly be. I don't think they're going to give up the queen. I think that's not something that people are comfortable doing down on time. So I think rook d3.
They might try. Like there might not be any other
true.
reasonable options for white.
Yeah.
In which case we still have to. Yeah, there's e2. I mean, we get our pawn to e2 and they play rook e1.
Yeah.
So we get very, very close.
Or did they just also knight e2? But
oh yeah, yeah. And depending on the line.
okay, knight d3.
So yeah, what's their plan? They want to play queen f2, but we just move our bishop. Yeah, go for knight d3. They might play king b1 here. Okay.
So maybe knight takes e4 is their idea, but we should go queen g6 or queen e6.
Queen g6 does look pretty nice here. Unpinning. And then we're maybe threatening bishop takes h3 with tempo.
Oh, maybe they want to play knight d4.
So let's say queen g6, knight d4, we just take on h3.
Okay, cool with that.
Yeah, okay.
And if any rook g2, we just move the queen.
Oh yeah, good point. Rook g2. Your queen is tied down to defending the bishop. We might have to play queen h5 there, which looks okay, and then maybe bishop g6 coming.
What are your thoughts on c5? c5, knight takes e4, rook takes e4, rook takes d3. We can play rook e5, for example. If queen takes e5, we also have rook e5. Actually, if queen d3, we have rook f4, cutting off the rook and taking the queen next move.
I'm sorry, c5.
Yeah.
Knight e4, rook e4, and then it looks a little bit messier. I'm leaning more towards queen g6 here.
Okay, wait, sorry. What about c5, knight e4, knight to b4?
Oh wow. Okay, you're maybe convincing me, but there's knight f6 check.
Okay, queen takes. Yeah, okay.
And then they take on. I say play queen g6.
All right, let's do it.
I think they're gonna play rook g2.
Yeah.
And then queen h5, and our queen is decently placed on h5. h3 is attacked, probably threatening bishop h3 or even queen h3. And d6 is also attacked. They might try like knight d4, our bishop moves, queen b3 check, but I think it's only one check.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about maybe d7. Oh, another problem after knight d4 is that our c pawn's hanging.
I don't think we care too much about our c-pawn. I mean, we have bishop d7, worst case.
Okay.
Like bishop d7 will restrict the knight, and then c5 can come with tempo.
So sorry, rook g2, queen h5, knight to d4. We have
And we have options. We could take on h3, but okay. Queen h5. I think you just start with.
Yep.
Okay, they make the battery. So bishop g6 looks like a safe move here.
Yep, bishop playing bishop g6.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Maybe rook g5, we take on h3.
Yep.
So h3 and d6 are both hanging. We have our amazing octopus knight. Our king is safe. Time is good. I'm not seeing too many resources for white here.
Me neither. I'm still okay. Rook takes d6.
Yeah, I mean queen b3, king h8.
Looks
What are they
fine to
doing?
me.
Yeah. Okay, they play queen a4.
We can then play queen a5 if we really want to.
Yeah, let's consider some options. a7's attacked. c6 also attacked. Do we have c5? I don't think tactics work with
They
taking on
can't just-
g6
yeah.
or e8.
Yeah, but there is also just knight to b5.
Wait a minute. No, c5, I think they can take on g6.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because
you're
our
right. Yep.
e8 rook is kind of hanging.
Scrap that.
Do we
Thoughts
have
on b5, rook takes
b5?
d4.
So b5, queen takes a7.
Rook takes d4, queen defends.
But we have b4. Gotta watch our time
B4,
too.
Knight here. Knight to.
I'm actually wondering about rook e7 here.
Wait,
just
what
as a
about
safe
queen
move.
h4?
Queen h3. That also, yeah, maybe we're overthinking. Just queen h3.
If queen h3,
Are we-
knight takes c6, then we play rook f8 just to defend.
I like it. I'd say just go for it.
There's maybe knight e4, but then we can just take, and then we're probably fine. So queen h3.
It should be fine. Yeah.
I just want to keep it simple because we just don't want to get checkmated accent. So taking on e3 or taking the knight.
So they might be threatening knight f5. Like if we play queen e3, knight f5 could hurt
Ah,
us.
that's true. Okay, so maybe rook takes d4,
Do we have? Wait, rook d4, pawn d4, and then what?
e3.
Interesting. King a1.
Okay.
What are they? Can we play like c5 here?
What about?
I kind of like c5. Like, where does their knight go? Because
C5?
f5 is covered.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Queen takes f5.
Okay. c5.
Yep. And then if knight b5, we might just drop back rook d8.
Okay.
Knight might actually try and maneuver to f4. Like, but our knight covers f4.
If knight b5, I kind of like rook f6 more because I'd rather get rook f6, rook f8 than our.
We also
rooks
have.
hanging.
Oh yeah, that's true. And we keep b6 defended.
Yeah. But there
Yeah,
is
rook
knight
F-
d5.
But knight d5.
Knight d5. Knight d5. Maybe there's rook c1. And then we're threatening.
Rook f1.
Rook f1.
Ah, I see what you mean. Oh, that's interesting. So rook f6, knight d5, rook f1.
Rook takes, queen takes.
Rook takes.
If knight e7,
e7
king
doesn't work.
h8.
We just take on e7. They don't have any
Oh, yeah,
because we're
okay.
threatening mate.
Okay, rook f6.
Yeah, go for rook f6. And if they play rook g3, we still have rook f1.
I want to just simplify.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, rook f1.
Rook f1. Rook takes f1 takes. 97 takes. Yeah, go for it. And I think their only way to defend b2 is queen a3, but that's like very good sign for us.
Well, we win the rook.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, that's very true. King c2. Wow.
Take the rook.
G1. Yeah, and then queen h2, right?
Oh no, we have 91. Oh,
That also. I think just take the rook.
Okay, and then we have queen h2.
And then queen h2 wins the rook. Yeah. We also have queen b2 mate if the king goes to c3
Oh yeah.
or b1.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And if they play bishop, or if they play king d1, we have bishop h5.
Wow, we have mate multiple ways.
Yeah, it might just be forced mate already.
Wait, king b3. Where's the forced mate?
I'm looking. Takes king c4, 95 checkmate.
Okay, great. Queen b2 then.
Mate in 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Nice game. Nice game.
Whew. Wow. Oh.
Forgot about that move.
Wait.
Queen
take?
takes a2.
Queen
Yep.
takes a2. Yeah, and then.
I mean, their knight's hanging. Let's try and find mate.
I don't see it.
I mean, queen d5 is good enough. I'm going to spend another moment, but... Yeah, just queen takes d5. We're threatening rook a8.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Almost checkmate. I'm sure there was something that was checkmate, but I can't see it. So, oh, it's made in 11. Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Okay, of course. Yeah, easy mate in 11.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
That
No, it was great teamwork. You've,
Yeah.
I think your b6 move was really nice, kind of subtle improvement.
Thank you.
But I was very happy. With
Everyone's back in 3, 2, 1. Archers, go.
Yeah, knight takes f4 was an insane spot. You like saw that before we even got
Color. This means, oh yes,
Yeah, now
my
I
queen
can
is
hear him.
leading the match 1-0. Congratulations to, oh yes, my queen.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun game. It was very dynamic after what seemed like a solid opening, but maybe similar vibes to their game yesterday, where they castle queenside and a queen's gambit declined, and then things get super sharp.
Right. I mean, I was very impressed because I thought that you basically picked up all the best moves. Maybe there was 1 or 2 inaccuracies along the way, but overall, nice variations. So what happened after this knight x and f4? Because I noticed, I think it was you, Eric, who noticed this earlier, this idea. Maybe it was Nemo. Maybe it was Nemo, actually, this knight f4, e3, and then at the critical moment, it worked.
That was Eric, but yeah, it was. We saw that move before rook d2 even played, and we were like, we're gonna play b6, and then we'll see what white does. So yeah, it was a great spot by Eric.
Try to find it. Yeah, it was about here. Yeah, after knight b3, b6, rook d2. Unfortunately, for Team Czech to India was a big blunder. Maybe the question to Sagar and Tanya: what happened here? Did you miss knight f4? Probably you missed knight f4, but maybe the alternatives were not looking really that great.
Yeah, it was tough to come up with a move, and I thought rook d2, if they don't have knight f4, we end up supporting the d6 pawn. So completely missed out on the tactic of knight takes pawn there. Otherwise, we obviously would have tried to find something else. But I think the main aim, and I pushed for rook d2 because I wanted to really defend that d6 pawn. But after knight f4, it just collapses completely, I think.
Right. Would you like to go through the game very quickly and try to pinpoint some of the key moments?
Yeah, super down.
That's
All right.
fine with me. Yeah, we did a little bit of opening prep with this QGD because I know Tanya had a game against Alice Lee in the
Opening
Olympia
prep reveal.
There you go. That went into a similar variation.
So you were not considering to play the Botvinnik variation or the Moscow. Depends what happens.
No, we didn't want something too crazy. Just a little bit crazy.
I got it. All right, so bishop e7, bishop d3, h3, queen c2. Maybe the question to team Czech to India. This line with h3, queen c2, long castle, this is something quite modern lately, because as far as I know with my limited knowledge, typically the idea here for white is to play the short castle, rook b1 and b4, b5, but long castle is pretty modern stuff, is it not?
Yeah, it's an interesting idea, but I think in this particular position, they have this knight e4, which trades off a few pieces. Ideally, you want to keep as many minor pieces. So we wanted something fun. So we went for long castle, but I think knight e4 is the correct response. Because if white gets one more move, then after bishop f4, it gets more fun for white, maybe.
Right. Yeah, so it was a very tense game here after d5.
Yeah, here
d6.
actually, instead of d5, we had the option of g4. So we were debating whether g4 or d5 because both lead to different positions.
Are you now a bit regretting you went for d5, d6 and should have played g4 instead?
Maybe
Or
not, but
d5, d6 felt good?
d5 was fine. I think they played really well with b6 move. I think that was something I think it was very cool. I had.
All right, so the first game is over, and now the question to the teams is, considering there's been a decisive result in the first game, so maybe I'm going to start with team Oh Yes My Queen. Is this going to alter your strategy for the second game? Because clearly before you're entering a match, you have some scenarios discussed. In case you win, you play like this. In case you draw, you play something else. Is this something you have discussed before the match?
Well, I think our overall strategy is to stay focused and play good moves. So in that respect, our strategy probably won't change too much.
All right. So now the question the team checked in India, are you going to try to play something sharper? Probably.
Yeah, if you
Maybe
get
we
the
have to just
opportunity.
play. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's just one result that matters now, right? So we have to try and take as many chances as we get.
All right, so before we get into the game number 2, so the Halloween is approaching us, the viewers, and it's going to be here in a while.
Can we take a quick break? Oh.
I don't think we're on air anymore.
Okay. Do you think we can take a quick break?
Let me ask in the Zoom chat.
Okay. Yeah, I can't type in the Zoom chat because then it's gonna burn your camera.
Ah, right. I'll let you know if they respond.
Hey, Eric and Nemo, you're clear to take a few minutes.
Okay.
We're going to a
Okay,
break
awesome.
here.
Thanks so much.
It started.
Let's
white.
go.
I'm
Manya,
going
d4 it is. Let's go.
D4 it is. So D5, let's go knight F3 to just avoid all E4, E5 stuff, okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's castle. Yeah, just castle quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, castle, queen c2, rook e8.
Knight
We
c4.
have that.
Knight c4. Excellent.
I don't think they're going to give up the queen. I think that's something that people are comfortable doing.
Rook G2, Queen H5.
But then we have. And right now, by the way, what about knight d4, Tanya?
Knight D4, Bishop H3.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Almost checkmate. I'm sure there was something that was checkmate, but I can't see it. So, oh, it's made in 11. Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Okay, of course. Yeah, easy made in 11.
Yeah, no problem.
They played very well, huh?
Yeah.
You played amazing, Tanya. Don't worry.
All right. Hello. I am back. Oh, I just realized I might be announcing that to everyone. Oh, no, I'm not on broadcast. Okay. I never know who can hear me or who can't hear me, so I have no idea who's hearing me right now. So I think it might be also Eric's stream, so if Eric's stream can hear me, hi. Oh, Eric's back too.
Hello.
Hello. Also, hi.
Great
Jen.
start. Great
That was-
start.
You still have less than 2 minutes. We'll swap you back to so that you can all hear each other in about a minute from now. But still, you're in your own rooms. Thank you.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Oh man, that was tense.
That was, yeah, but I think we stayed focused. We just, we were sharp, much sharper than them.
The fact that you
So just trying to keep
anticipated
going.
Rook D2 and were like, we have Knight F4, and they played Rook D2 was very funny to me.
Yeah, Knight F4 was like, I was looking at briefly, like, before Rook D2, and then it just works out when we attack the Rook with tempo.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate for them because, like, Rook D2, Rook D1 is like the most natural plan in the position.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, everything after that was winning. That was pretty nice.
yeah.
Whew, okay, we're just gonna do our thing.
Yeah, just do our thing. Maybe after the interview, we can. I'll share my thoughts about the opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. My cat is he wants to bring me his bone. I'm gonna go help him with that.
Go for it. Got 15 seconds.
All right. Everyone can hear everyone now. We're going to be coming back in
Yes.
about less than 30 seconds here.
Sounds
Okay?
good.
Okay. Yeah.
Great. We all ready to go?
Yep.
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 Great. We're coming back to all y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open animation and Arters go.
We are back with the semi-final of Chess.com's Team Chess Battle. Here we have two amazing teams. Oh yes, my queen in the very first game with the black color were victorious over Czech the India team. And this essentially is a matchup to find out who will face the Spanish duo Ratatata team in the grand finale. But first we have game 2 to see. Now maybe the first question I'm going to have is to the team, oh yes, my queen, either Eric or Nemo. Are you going to play for a draw or be solid, see what happens? What's your strategy?
Honestly, I would say we're just trying to make the best moves, you know, every single move. I don't think we're really thinking about that. Just trying to play good chess here.
So you're going to play a draw. I got it. Yeah, no, question to Sagar, perhaps, because I was watching the broadcast yesterday, Sagar, and you revealed us that you are playing about 20 meters away from some super GMs, namely Argenary Gaisi and Pragananda. What about today? Are you getting any positive vibes or channeling some positive energy from some very strong grandmasters in close vicinity,
Yes.
or no, it's not working today?
Right now in my room are sitting Vidit, Prag, and Vaishali. And I think
Right now?
if I want to go back to them, I should play some good chess, you know. So they will be, I can, talk to them later.
What about some
So,
faster
good motivation.
chess?
Sorry?
What about some faster chess?
What is faster chess?
I'm just saying you might need to place little. It's so hard. It's so hard to. Sorry, Sagar. I apologize. I take back. I was just trying. Never mind. It's okay.
Trying to trash talk. Yeah. I mean, play fast for sure. But you see, like Prague, Vidit, all of them come under time pressure. So we also learn a bit of not so great things from them.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, I wish all of you best of luck and an exciting game. So it's time for you to go to your rooms and prep for the game discussed its strategy. In the meantime, I think we are going to check what is the prize fund of this tournament. In total, it's $10,000 US. The first place is going to walk away with $3,500.
Oh, are we in our own rooms?
I think we are.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm still expecting E5 from them, E4, E5.
Okay.
But they might just do something different.
Yeah, honestly, I'm cool with anything. I'm always
Hey everyone,
to win.
Simon here. Sorry to interrupt. We'll be starting in 10 seconds.
Okay, sounds good.
Whoa, that was loud. Okay. Jeez.
Not too much time to discuss opening strategy. Let me get your board.
But I would say that, yeah, playing to win is probably.
So, I'm happy to guide the opening.
Cool.
But yeah, start with E4. Let's see what they do. If they play E5, I'm thinking 4-knight Scotch, which I'm pretty comfortable with.
Okay, sounds good. No Spanish?
No Spanish. Yeah, Spanish, there's too many ways things can get dynamic and messy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, apparently your stream is muted.
Which stream?
Your stream.
Hey guys, looks like
please
Nemo
make
didn't
your way
get the
back to
game.
slash
We're just
play
going to
slash
cancel
online.
and start again.
Oh, sorry.
Like my I Am Rosen stream?
Oh.
Perfect, thank you.
Or
Nope, I got you baited. I apologize.
okay, E4.
Oh, this
Wait,
was.
we have less time.
Well, I think the game
sorry,
started without me being pulled into the room, so.
Yeah.
Let me. I am on play/online.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. But yeah, happy to let you guide the opening.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go prep.
I think they'll either play E4, E5 or E4, C5.
Mhm. I mean, they are the ones that have to play for a win, so it's going to be very interesting.
It's a good spot to be in. We just don't want to play too safely or passively. Like if we have chances, we take them.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. E4.
Yep. Knight F3. Yeah, I know we prepared other stuff, but play. Assuming they play Knight C6, I'd say start with Knight C3.
Okay.
Yep. And then I see Tanya's expression. I can't hear her, but
She must
I
have
think they know what's
expected the
coming.
Spanish. She must
Yeah.
have. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy playing the Scotch actually because Spanish has so much prep. So much.
There's not too many. Okay, so D4. There's not too many crazy things Black can do. I did check Tanya's games briefly in this yesterday, and there's a line that I have in mind that I don't think she's encountered before in tournament play. So, and it's like quite safe. It's a little bit tricky too. Like Black can go wrong. They might try Bishop B4, but okay, take on D4. Yep. Bishop B4 is coming. You'll take on C6. Have you played these positions before from either color?
Yeah, I've played this a ton with mostly the black side, but I think I mentioned to you briefly. This was the first opening I played as a kid.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, but
there is a tricky move here, Knight takes E4, which I do know a little bit about. But okay, they go for a main line.
Knight C6.
Yep.
And then Bishop D3.
Correct. And now, if they play pawn d5, you can play bishop to d2.
Okay.
If they castle, you castle d5 and then still bishop d2. So there's a couple move order transpositions. And bishop d2 is somewhat of a sideline.
Okay.
Okay, just castle here. Yeah. Yeah, when Archer's asked if we're going to play for a draw, I didn't really want to mention the fact I had this line in mind, but
Yeah.
there's been a lot of like Grandmaster games that just draw from this exact opening. They might try d6, but okay, bishop d2, you can play quickly.
Okay.
And here there's actually a lot of branches. Based on Tanya's expression there, it seems like she maybe doesn't quite know this.
I don't know
looked a
this
little
at
bit
all.
surprised.
Is bishop c3 not a threat?
So there's a pawn sack, yeah, but it's like it leads to this opposite color bishop ending.
Okay.
There's also a lot of lines where we just like trade everything.
Yeah.
So black, I mean, there's probably like 5 or 6 viable moves for black, but there's some tricks too. Like if black tries to keep the tension with rook e8, then knight takes d5 is possible.
Looks fun. Okay.
Yeah. I think the most challenging move is rook b8.
Rook b8. Okay.
Which I checked like very, very briefly on the break between games.
Yeah.
Rook b8, there's like rook e1, but
Oh.
okay, bishop b7 is a new move.
That looks super passive.
I think they're trying to transpose into the line after
E takes d5.
ed5, cd5, and then often the bishop moves back. I'm wondering if we can play e5 here. I mean, maybe this is what they're wanting for is a dynamic position, but it might also just be good for us. Was not expecting to be out of theory this early in this line, but
Thoughts on h3, queen f3?
that's interesting too, just keeping the tension. Because black doesn't really want to take on e4. And then, yeah, maybe we keep the option later, open later for playing pawn e5.
Yeah, and if ever d4, we have knight e2, b3.
Yeah, d4 is like
Yeah,
probably a
structural
position mistake for
suicide.
them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe just play h3 quickly. I like that more than e5 because, yeah, give them options, maybe drain more time.
I've played this position a ton as black, and I've always liked the positions after white's pushed e5, and I hate it when they leave the pawn on e4.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going off what I don't like to play.
And h3 is just such a typical move for this structure too, because we prevent bishop g4, which is sometimes a resource for black.
Rook b1.
They play. Yeah, is there any argument for playing b3? B3 might make a little bit more sense, and then we make sure we can put a rook in the center later.
Okay. b3.
I don't think there's any
yeah,
downside.
I don't think so either. Okay, b3.
Okay.
Because the knight can't move.
And then, yeah, I think maybe the plan, or at least one plan, is queen f3, rook ad1, rook fe1. Just super solid. Keep the pawn tension.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, they go for d4. Okay, so you called this positional suicide,
Positional
but
suicide. Let's see.
they do grab space.
Yeah.
We have knight a4, but
Knight
I think knight e2 just makes more sense.
Because I want to go knight e2, knight g3.
Knight g3,
Better
exactly.
than knight a4, knight b2, knight c4, right?
I agree. Yeah, knight
agree.
e2.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've avoided like liquidation, but okay, we're getting a nice kind of middle game position.
Knight g3.
Knight g3, sure.
If ever bishop e6, we have f4.
Yeah, f4 is definitely
F4,
a middle game idea. Just play on the king side.
Never push e5 because knight d5 can get annoying. Well, or at least not yet, but
We only want to play e5 if it's like clearly good for white. But it's a lingering idea that they have to constantly worry about. Okay, rook e8. So, I mean, f4 might be interesting here, but also maybe not necessary. Queen f3 also comes to mind.
I kind of like f4, queen e3, but maybe then...
f4, queen f3.
Yeah, f4, queen
Yeah.
f3, but maybe then it's too weak. e4 is too weak. Because bishop b7.
Yeah, it's a question, can they generate enough attackers on e4? Because like we already have e4 defended twice. If queen f3, we play rook a e1. And we have 4 defenders. I don't see too many problems with that. I think f4...
f4, we're clearly stating we're playing for a win.
Yeah, but that's fine. That, I
Okay,
mean,
let's do it
I think
then.
it's what the position calls for. Yeah.
Okay. f4, okay, queen f3.
Yeah, I'm just looking for their ideas, but
Oh, maybe it's because they want to play bishop b7, knight takes e4, knight takes e4, f5.
yeah, we have bishop takes e4 first.
Oh, right.
So I don't think that's ever a concern.
Maybe
Yeah,
rook
just
takes
queen
e4.
f3.
Rook takes e4, knight takes f5.
Wait, so after bishop b7, rook ae1, and then what?
Knight takes e4.
Bishop takes e4?
Oh, rook takes e4.
Oh, rook takes...
Yeah.
I see what you mean. There's no way that can be good. But
Because if it is, then we have to play f5. Which I'm also not super against, but then there's bishop e6. Oh, that doesn't work then.
sorry, my audio just dropped.
Oh.
I refreshed.
I can hear you now.
Can you repeat what you last?
I was gonna say f5, but ignore f5 because bishop d6 is just yeah.
Okay, so bishop e7, rook e1. Sagar might be calculating the same thing. I see his hands doing this.
Okay. Absolutely. Bishop b7, rook a1, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes, knight takes, f5.
We knight f6, no. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
Maybe we play queen e2. No, queen e2, there's still knight takes.
Wait a minute, wait. Okay, rook ae1. We're looking at knight takes e4.
Yeah.
We take with rook on e4. And if they play f5, we take on e8. Hit their queen.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
We win a piece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like not the first thing you consider, but...
Okay, I like it.
They, yeah, just rook a1, yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. And I wonder, maybe they'll burn time. Okay, they
no, they
don't burn
figured it
any time. Okay, so it might be a little bit more comfortable to get our queen elsewhere, but there's other options. A4 is an interesting improving move.
Knight h4.
Knight h5.
H5. Maybe now. No, it doesn't work anymore because we have queen g6, g3 threatening knight f6. So we can go knight h5. Not worrying about.
I don't know if knight h5 is necessary.
Okay.
I'm just looking at this move a4 just to throw in.
Yeah, sure. Done.
Me toy with the idea of playing bishop b5.
Yeah, if we can close off the light square bishop, that would be insane. Or swap it off, I guess.
Right, right.
But do we want to trade off the bishop and then get our queen to d3? Maybe there's c4 ideas there.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe a4 is not necessary. You were saying knight h5?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that pretty much forces a knight trade. They take g6. Our queen moves, bishop g7. But then we have f5 ideas. It does look very solid. They might try and double up on the e-file, but we can also double up on the e-file.
Yeah.
Just feels a little bit wrong trading knights because their knight...
Is their knight worse than our knight?
Doesn't have a great home. Yeah, I guess if we ever, I mean,
Okay.
if we ever achieve e5, there's knight d5.
I'm also good with throwing in a4 because what are they going to play unless c4 is ever a threat?
Yeah, maybe we play a4, just put the ball in their court, and then, I mean, yeah, start with a4. We'll save knight h5.
Wait, what on
Or-
a4, knight to e4?
Oh, this line again.
Yeah.
Takes. You know what? Do you want to play knight h5
Yeah,
and
let's
just
play
like
knight
save
h5.
time? Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
Keep things simple.
Yeah.
Like long term, our structure should just be better than theirs with I mean, damage pawns on the queen side for black.
Because then I'm even looking at queen g4. I'm always happy to trade queens on g4.
That's also an idea.
And then we can just pressure on the
Play an
h file,
endgame.
play g5. I mean, it's just positionally so good.
Bring our king in.
Yeah, I'm playing queen g5.
No.
Oh, you cut out again, I think.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Queen g5?
Queen h4 still looks kind of attractive because we have more attacking potential with like f5, f6. And if we play queen g4, they don't have to trade queens. Like they could play queen c6 and
But if they play queen c6, don't you think we have f5, h4?
oh, then f5. Yeah.
h4, h5.
Okay, go for queen g4. Yeah, I like that. And now they have to decide.
Because we like the endgame we're playing like very happily.
Oh,
Whatever.
for sure.
So
Yeah, especially given the match situation.
yeah, playing endgame for a win is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. And this might actually provoke them to make like dubious
Yeah,
decisions to
exactly.
try and keep chances alive.
Also, queen c6, a4 looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, then we're actually threatening bishop e5. I guess they have a6, but that's probably a nice inclusion for white.
Yeah, we would rather be happier going into the endgame with the pawns on a6 too.
Yeah, and then it's a long-term target.
Yeah, and just making weaknesses. We can just make as many
Do
weaknesses as
they
we can.
do they have some like take on e4 f5 idea? No, because their queen's hanging. Okay.
Right.
Never mind.
Oh no, my queen. But for example, if queen to d6 maybe, we can go even then we can go f5, but we don't need to play f5 yet.
Yeah, queen d6 would give us options. I mean, e5
It does look
e5 is kind of interesting too.
I
And
was
then we have
thinking
ideas of e6 eventually.
yeah, the other idea I had was f5 f4, but it's very slow. I mean f5
f5
f6.
Oh, f5 f6, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really slow and the pawn gets weak. Okay.
Okay,
h6.
we take back.
King f2. Oh,
Yeah, what are they trying to do? King f7, but we're gonna have like bishop c4 in some positions too. I think you're good to start with king f2.
okay. We can't really play rook h1 and double our rooks on the h file.
Yeah, we're a little bit tied down to e4, which is okay. Like
Oh, f6
might-
is to prevent g5.
Okay, a positional
Yeah.
play.
So maybe we just double rooks on the e file instead and push e5.
That's one idea, or just double rooks on the e-file and chill and do nothing and
Yeah.
see what they're up to. It's like, what is Black's way of making progress here? Like, there's no pawn break on the queen side. And on the king side, like f5 or g5, but it might be worth playing g3 just as a
Okay.
solidifying move.
I'm down.
I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, maybe.
I kind of
maybe
like rook
we
e2
won't.
first, rook e1, just to have the e5 idea.
Sure. Yeah, that could be a bit more flexible.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Not really sure what our king's doing on f2 either, honestly, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think we originally played it just to have the
Yeah.
option of rook h1,
But now we
and
realize
it,
it.
like long term, it could be nice just having more or closer access to defending the pawns.
Yeah. It might be interesting to go g3 and then like move our king over to the queen side, because then we have these ideas with swing the rook over to the h file if we ever want it.
Sure.
Which is kind of fun, but it's like 5 moves off.
They might play rook e7, rook b e8, and then tie us down to the e pawn.
Yeah.
And then we just play rook fe1.
If they give us the time, I think king e1, king d1 would be pretty sweet. Unless you want the king on the king side. But I personally do.
I'm not sure. It might just depend what they do.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I'm also just realizing there might be a resource c3. Not necessarily like right away, but just something to keep in mind where if they have to take on c3, we take with bishop, our bishop gets more active.
Yep. Pretty down for that.
But I also kind of like your idea of rook fe1 and e5, if it can work out concretely.
Yeah. I just like
space,
him.
hoping the bishops.
Yeah, I like it more when the king's not on the king side. Because the paired bishops,
Sure.
like, looking down on that side is actually kind of annoying in some lines.
I guess if somehow we play rook fe1 and e5,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe our king just finds a nice pocket on g3.
Yeah, true.
And then, like, imagine their bishop goes back to e7 or f8, and we have our rook supporting a passed e-pawn.
Yeah.
Our dark square bishop can activate.
Yeah.
So this is maybe one reason to not commit to g3 in the event we want to eventually play king g3.
Okay, so here, for example.
So, yeah, like rook fe1, just kind of preparing for the fact they might double up. We're also threatening to trap the bishop with pawn e5 now.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if they play rook e8, do we have bishop e5?
Bishop e5.
Bishop b5.
Oh, bishop b5.
Attacking the rook.
We do.
If the rook moves, we... Oh, if
there's rook
they can
f8.
play rook f8.
But then we should move our king back to g1 anyways. I think that's okay.
Sorry, my audio cut out.
It's okay. I think it's okay if we play rook, bishop b5, king g1.
Bishop b5. Rook f8. And then...
Yeah,
Racing one.
just king g1.
And then we're threatening pawn e5. Okay.
Or we can play king g1 now and leave them guessing, but I don't think.
Yeah, there's also king g3 to consider if we really want to go for this e5 idea.
Oh.
I say
king
start with
G3
bishop b5.
King g3, I don't like g5, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, bishop b5.
Maybe start with bishop b5. Yeah.
Okay. Do they have bishop takes e4? No, right? Oh wow, that's crazy.
Okay, so that I think this is a nice achievement because now our king can go to f3.
Can we play,
eventually?
Yeah.
We have to move our bishop first.
Bishop c4.
Bishop c. Yeah, or d3. I'm good with either move.
All right.
Maybe bishop c4 is a bit more active.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe what we can do is king f3 because now the long diagonal is not an issue.
Oh, what about king f3, g3? Like
yeah, and then
now
swing the
H-
rook.
Yeah, swing the rook over.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, king f3.
Yeah, start with king f3.
Yeah.
And now our king over defends e-pawn, so at least one rook can mobilize to the h file.
Yeah.
They might try to play like bishop c8, h5, and then get the bishop to g4. I think we'll have options. Like one option might be playing f5 just to completely shut out their lights for a bishop.
I don't mind that at all.
It does concede some dark squares, but I think we're probably fine with that.
I'm a little worried about bishop to c8, g3, h5, and then having to play... Oh, we can just take on h5 first and then play f5.
And then play f5, yeah, and then we still have this idea of like rook h2 or rook h1.
Yep. Okay, g3.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool.
Yeah, super solid position here.
Yeah.
Just a moment of kind of freaking out of rook takes e4, bishop takes g4, but our e-pawn is so well defended that these things don't
Oh
work.
yeah, they don't work. Okay.
But this might be an idea, like if one rook moves away,
Yeah.
we have to be a little bit careful.
Okay, I see. So we should probably play bishop d3 as soon as we can.
Yeah, bishop d3 or like f5 might make sense pretty soon. Because then it's basically like they're playing without a bishop.
Yeah. It's true. I like f5 a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's like if they had a knight to place on e5, f5 would probably not be good, but
They don't. So.
their light squared bishop is just so sad.
Yeah. Really good.
I guess we might have to be careful about playing f5 too soon if they can meet f5 with h5.
Which is why I would only play f5 if they play h5
If they play
themselves.
h5 first, we take, and
Yeah.
then f5, yeah.
Right, because we don't want... We want the g-pawn to not be there when we play f5, essentially. Like, yeah.
Makes sense.
Because they're not going to take. And if they don't do anything, we're playing bishop d3, rook h2 anyway, so... We have to play bishop d3 before we can play rook h2.
I wonder if they might try bishop e6 to then get their bishop to the king side.
But that's fine. We just play bishop d3 anyways.
Probably. We could also maybe take and play f5. Although...
I actually
we'll
like
just try.
our light squared bishop because I...
Keeping light squared bishop, yeah.
keeping light squared bishop because I think we always have e5 ideas and they don't.
That's true.
So it's more worthwhile for us to keep the bishop. Not saying that we can really play e5 because they have bishop d5 if the bishop sits there, but...
But it's very true. Like we have way more
opportunities
ideas to just cause them trouble than they have for us.
Right.
So yeah, I think bishop d3 would be the response. Doing very well on time too.
Yes.
And it's a tough spot for them to
For
try and
sure.
win his black against such an opening line.
It's a really great strat. I used to always like play mainline Spanish stuff because I never play for a draw, but I think this is actually a much better way to do it. Like play a very solid opening and then force them.
Yeah, I kind of had this idea in mind last night and thought that come in handy if we won our first game. So
Yeah, great opening.
but still have to stay focused. I mean, it's not over. It's
sure.
still bishops and rooks on the board.
Okay, bishop d3.
So bishop d3, yeah.
And then rook h2.
And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are they going to do with their h pawn, like rook h8?
Maybe bishop g8. Oh,
Bishop
g8.
g8.
We have rook bishop c4 at some
We might eventually have these bishop trade ideas. But yeah, is there a difference between rook h2 or rook h1?
I would rather move the e2 rook, I think. Not that it really matters.
I would rather move the h1 rook. Let's not spend too much time.
Okay, well, the problem with h1 rook is that there's f5 sometimes, and if we ever take and push e5, the bishop can come back to d5 to snipe it.
Okay, yeah, okay. You've convinced me. Rook h2.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, there was actually a thought process here.
That's true. I thought our rook on e1 is less defended, but there's never cases where they exploit the pin, I don't think.
Yeah, there's only chances if we ever push e5 and we're not careful.
Right.
Because
Could they try bishop d5 here?
Bishop d5.
But worst case, we have rook back to e2.
Should we maybe go king f2?
Just a safer spot for the king.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're maybe approaching the waiting game. Like their last move doesn't really do anything, so if we want to wait too, that should be fine.
Okay.
Oh, they might want to play a5, a4.
Then let's play for ourselves.
Then we could respond with a4 ourselves. Yeah.
Okay.
Start with king f2. Sure.
Answer every f5 with g takes. Answer every g5 with also takes. It just loses a pawn. So just no breaks.
Yeah, it's so hard for them to like do anything. The pawn breaks. Okay, they might be going for like some eventual c4, which I don't think is too scary.
Thoughts on just rook to h1 and then threatening bishop c4? Oh, I guess we don't really threaten. We kind of do threaten bishop c4.
Yeah, we might want our king back on f3 actually.
True.
Do you want to start with king f? I'm okay starting with rook h1 as well. Yeah, maybe start with rook h1. Okay. Yeah, bishop c4 is actually a very interesting idea if it can work out concretely. And we have time to calculate.
So bishop c4.
Bishop c4.
If bishop takes, we take on h7 with tempo.
First.
So
Yeah, king f8. We just have to watch out because there might be some cases where they get in like rook b2, end of some lines.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm wondering if we can just start with a4 and not burn too much time here.
If a4
Like, are they actually threatening c4? Then it's a better version. We win the c pawn and their h pawn. Yeah, just play a4 quickly.
Cool.
And now their pawn is fixed on a5, so it's a long-term target.
Oh, wait, maybe now we can try to push e5 because the bishop on c7 is now tied down to the a5 pawn. So maybe rook e2, rook e1, king f3, rook e2 again.
That's possible. Yeah. I mean, h7 is no longer exploitable.
Yeah.
Although, like bishop c4, take, probably not worth going for.
f5 is kind of interesting. But
f5,
g5.
I think their main idea is to eventually play c4, but I don't see how it ever causes us much problem. I'm fine with like rook e1 or king back to f3.
Wait, what's wrong? Why can they not play c4 right now?
B takes c4.
B takes c4, rook b2.
And then rook a1.
Okay.
I just don't see how they make progress.
Okay, so if king f3, there's f5, and if g takes f5, pawn takes f5, we don't have.
Do you want to start with rook e1?
Yeah,
just not worry about these bishop e5 ideas.
I agree. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another idea just came into mind. Okay, never mind.
B takes.
Well, can we pause for a moment?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's probably the only move. The idea that came to mind is bishop c1 to a3. But yeah, you just want to start with b takes c4. Yep. They can't ever play rook b4 with our bishop on d2.
Oh, maybe they have rook b2 and then bishop c4.
Oh, interesting. Takes. Yeah, that's an idea. But do we have, let's say we play rook a1 here, bishop takes c4, do we have bishop to c1?
Isn't it pinned?
But we attack their rook. So rook a1,
Yeah.
bishop takes c4,
Yeah.
bishop c1.
Oh, bishop c1. Oh, there.
And if they play rook b4, we play bishop a3 and we shish kebab them on the diagonal.
I like it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so rook a1, bishop takes c2, bishop c1, maybe bishop takes d3, rook takes d3, bishop takes c2.
No. But we have bishop
takes...
a3 in the very end.
Oh,
bishop a3, winning the another exchange.
Playing rook a1?
Can we just hover over rook a1?
Yeah.
Bishop c4, bishop c1. Rook b4, bishop a3, take. Yeah, go for it. If we have time, I mean, we're now threatening bishop c1 because they don't have rook a2.
Yep. And they can't play bishop d6, so they might play c5. So c5, maybe we should go king c3 again? Oh no, it's, yeah, king c3.
King f3.
King f3.
Yeah, and then we help, or we unleash our rook on the second rank.
Yeah.
I was thinking king e2 as well, so then have access to d3 or just defend our bishop.
Mhm.
So c5 doesn't seem like it accomplishes much for them.
Okay, agreed. So bishop.
Okay, so this, yeah, we just want to make sure everything is working.
Bishop c1, bishop rook b4, rook to
Bishop
a3,
a3.
bishop a3. Because if takes, we have the discovered attack.
We take with check, right?
If takes on d3, we take on b4
We
with the
take
bishop.
and we win like a, yeah, I
Exchange.
think it's fine, yeah.
Okay,
Bishop c1.
Bishop c1.
I'm looking at their expressions, trying to.
Yeah, decipher.
I don't think they saw this coming.
Okay. Bishop c1's a great resource.
It's an easy move to overlook too, because it's like a
Right.
backward move with the reroute.
Pieces are on funny squares, especially with long bishops. I'm trying to think if there's any bishop takes d3, bishop takes b2. No, bishop takes e4, we still have bishop a3, so everything just...
It's like everything just kind of
Yeah.
crumbling like a sad cookie.
Yeah. That's a great analogy.
Like they put their rook on e7 and king on f8 to try and be safe, but they're just kind of having it backfire.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're up almost 4 minutes now.
Okay, bishop a3.
Yep.
Bishop a3.
I'm trying to imagine what they're going to attempt to do here. I mean, maybe just move their light square bishop back and then play down the exchange. But when we take on b4, we get our outside
Yeah.
passed a pawn.
And we still have a really good center. But maybe there's
Right.
c5, c4.
But they can't really play c5, or they can't play c5 now because we take on b4 and c4 is hanging.
Yeah. So maybe bishop to g8 again, and then bishop takes b4.
Mhm.
Oh, well, okay.
They take. Okay,
Bishop
so
takes
we take.
b4.
I guess they take back, and then we're up the exchange, and yeah, go for this.
I mean, we're up in exchange with a better center. I would have played if they were gonna go for this. I think bishop g8 was better. But okay, c takes d3.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And I mean, they have a passed b pawn.
Yeah.
We're ready to play king f3, rook c2. Their c pawn is backwards. They're still babysitting the h7 pawn.
Yeah.
Okay, they want to play like rook b7.
Thoughts on rook b1?
So
To not allow b3 at all, because otherwise bishop c3.
yeah, that actually looks nice.
Okay, rook
And then their bishop's tied down to b4 too. Okay. Yeah, nice kind of prophylactic move.
Yeah, if rook b7, we just go rook b3.
Yeah.
We shut it down.
Well, actually, if rook b7, we could play king f3, and b3 we have rook hb2.
Oh, true. Okay. King f3. So we can play rook c2.
Yeah, do they want to play c4? Doesn't work. Yeah, go for this.
Okay.
Yeah, c4, we just take it.
Mm-hmm. Rook c2.
Rook c2 looks good.
Rook c4.
Or
maybe
I don't know if that's necessary.
e5.
Yeah, there's a few good-looking options here. I was also looking at rook c1.
I also like g5.
The e5 king e4 is interesting.
Yeah, it's g5 or e5 for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean e5 like kind of ruins our beautiful pawn structure, but the fact that we get king e4 in,
Yeah.
and the f file opens, I think that's a good enough reason to play it.
Okay, e5.
Okay. Oh.
Oh,
okay.
f5 maybe?
f5 g5.
Okay,
So
f takes e5.
yeah, they might try like king e6 rook f7, but then their c pawn hangs.
Yeah.
And I think the f file is going to be valuable for us.
We have two rooks, so
Okay.
it better be.
Yeah, open files usually favor the side with more rooks.
Yeah. If it doesn't, I would be worried.
Okay, so king e4.
King e4, and then rook c to f2.
And then,
I mean, rook f2.
yeah, rook to that file.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just thinking which rook, so it's gonna be okay.
How they go this way.
So rook a2.
We could defend. I mean, we could also go after the h pawn here.
We could go king d5, rook h2, honestly. I guess start with rook. No, if starting with rook h2, there's king e6, so maybe start with king d5. And if rook to d7, we just go king c6. But it's up to you. I think both are completely winning. It's just depends on how
king.
you win it.
I think king d5 is fine.
Okay.
Because our a pawn doesn't really matter that much, and this might lead to like a quick mating attack.
If we really want to prove ourselves, we can play rook c5, but let's just go. Rook
Yeah,
h2?
and what do they even try? Like h5 we take?
Yeah, it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just too slow with their pawns. I feel like you're way more confident in converting winning positions than me. Like I'm always second guessing myself. And sometimes I'm like that slows me down and I overthink things, but
Well, it's oftentimes not because I'm trying to convert them. I'm just trying to make the fastest move possible because in bullet, I can't remember the last time I've like genuinely tried converting a position. I'm just trying to take everything, and then if they don't have pieces,
it can be an effective mindset, like
Yeah.
continually put the ball back in the opponent's courts
Yeah.
and put them under pressure, especially when you have the initiative.
Yeah, I would definitely say I don't play end games like at all for the purpose of like the intent they were made for. I just play it fast.
There's a professional way of end games where like you calculate super precisely, but
Yeah.
and then there's a more intuitive way too.
Defending is just so much harder than attacking, so it's much easier playing these
That's true.
types
Of course.
of positions.
I'm looking at their expressions, but okay, they're going after d3. We can take on h7, and then we probably just go for the back rank mate.
If king d8, we have rook f1.
Yeah. I think still rook f1, and
Yeah, rook f1.
we also have rook
b7.
b7. Yeah, this
Rook f1 first.
sure.
Yeah, and then rook to b7. Okay, rook b7 being played. Yep.
Yep, looks good.
And then we can go e6, e7.
Yeah, that's probably the most straightforward.
Oh, okay. No
Or just,
e6,
yeah.
e7 needed.
Okay, great game. I think
five.
that was
Oh
super
my
well
gosh.
controlled. Virtual high five.
Yeah, virtual high five. Wow, that was
And
crazy.
The openings worked out quite nicely for us today. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So another match tomorrow. Tomorrow's the finals. Oh man.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Means
tomorrow's just
well.
the finals. Wow, that was insane. Oh, thank
Coming
you so
back
much.
to everyone in 3, 2, 1, and Arthur.
And just like that, this amazing match is over because, oh yes, my queen wins also the second game of the semi-final match to seal the deal and their spot in the final. So congratulations to oh yes, my queen. Your first impressions right after the match.
I think we played really well. I think Eric picked an awesome opening for us to go into. I would have personally liked to play the Spanish. It's my signature, but I think the opening choice was honestly like great. And he mentioned that Tanya had like a little shocked expression on her face, so I'm gonna say that it worked.
So that was Eric's idea to play the 4 knights, right? I
Yes.
really liked it for the match situation since you only need a draw.
Yeah, it was a last minute decision, but it crossed my mind last night. Like if we win the first game, then try and just do something super solid. And it's kind of hard for Black to play for a dynamic position in this line. And so maybe Sicilian or something else would have been a more combative option.
Maybe the question to check the India teams, obviously, it's unfortunate for you, you lost 2-0 and now you're relegated. But what went wrong in the second game, which you felt was the critical moment? Because the opening, okay, doesn't really promise a lot of exciting moments, but what was the moment where you felt you did it wrong?
I mean,
I
looking
think.
back, I think. Yeah, go on,
Yeah, go
Sagar.
on, Tanya. Go on. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say that, losing the first game, then with Black, we have to try to do something. And opening wise, I think, we kind of decided to go with E5 before the match had started, and we hadn't really checked any Sicilian for a long time, both of us. So we went with it, and I thought that we'll probably get a Spanish. So, which at least then also gives a long game. So I think that was a really smart choice by them. And then we tried to do something, but it's hard to crack in this position and try and get some dynamic play. And it just felt like the more we were trying, it was getting maybe just slightly worse. So we thought we'll go into an end game, but they kept everything so solid. So it was just very tough. But if you ask what went wrong, I think it was more in game 1 than in game 2, because it's already very difficult to try to play for a win with Black in this line.
Sagar, do you agree with that?
Yes, I actually till a long time we felt like okay, we have some chances, especially because of the match situation where they needed a draw. So, sometimes it can result in uh, playing some like you can make some mistakes, and so we never really lost our hope till the end. But then when we took on C4, Bishop C1, we just missed this idea of Bishop A3 at the end of the line, and I think from that point onwards we gave up. But now that I check with the engine, it still shows like a big advantage for White after Rook B2, Rook A1, which during the game I didn't feel it. I thought like we have our chances still, and yeah, but I think they played so well, both of them. I have to check like how they were playing, but I mean kudos Eric and Nemo, you guys played so well, like really amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you very much. You guys did too. I think the first game was definitely like kind of the deciding game, and we've all been in spots where we were playing for a win with Black, and it has not been fun. So, yeah.
So Eric and Nemo, so the match did end 2-0 as Lever Rosman yesterday predicted, but not quite the direction he was expecting. Your comment on that?
Yeah, sometimes
Hello,
Levy
Eric.
isn't always right, but yeah, well, I don't want to criticize him too much. He's a good friend of mine, and I respect his ability to try and predict, and sometimes people get it wrong.
All right, indeed, quite unexpected. You've showed quite an amazing quality of chess so far. I was very impressed. I'm very happy to see you in the finals. Before we move on to the bracket, what are your expectations from the final? You are facing the Spanish duo Ratatata team. Are you going to do some specific prep or still just play your best chess and see what happens?
Well,
Maybe Nemo can-
in preparation for all of these matches, I've enjoyed watching our opponents' previous matches and hearing how they work together and commentate. But it's going to be hard to do that watching the Spanish team because I don't really know too much Spanish. So I'll have to figure out how to like auto translate with subtitles and maybe see their team chemistry. But I know they have a ton of chemistry together, so it should be a tough match.
Nemo, what are your thoughts? Are you going to do some specific prep for the final?
Honestly, I gotta say, Eric has been doing amazing prep for us. So shout out to Eric. He's great. I'm honestly open to anything, and I think the Spanish team is going to be really strong. And really, I'm just like having fun. These are really fun team matches.
All right, and now let's check the bracket of the Team Chess Battle, the second season of this tournament. And here we are. We already know the two finalists, and they are the team Ratatatata, Pepe Cuenca and David Martinez. Well-known Spanish content creators. They're going to face today's winners, Eric Rosen and Nemo Jo, in a very exciting match. In the meantime, we have two teams relegated in the semifinals. Those are Pia Cromling, Anana Cromling, mother-daughter duo. And today we saw also Team Czech to India with Sagar Shah and Tanya Sachdev. You gave your best. Unfortunately, today it was just not meant to be. Maybe final words from Team Czech to India about the event and future
I
plans?
want to end this with a big thank you to Tanya, because if it was not for her, I would have never played this. She entered our name. She said we have to work hard. She said like we have to fight. So thank you, Tanya, for choosing me as a teammate, and I had a lot of fun.
I don't think I would have done this with anyone but Sagar, and I'm really glad that we had fun playing. We don't play online so much, so this was an amazing experience. And today, clearly, Nemo and Eric were the better team, and they won. And wish them all the best for the finals. And now you guys better win that, so we don't feel so bad about this loss. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we hope to be back next time as well.
Give him love. Yes.
All
By
right.
the way, Vidit and Prag, Vaishali, all are here. Just you can say hi.
Can you actually prove they are? They are there. I mean, you're saying they are, but we haven't seen them. We have any proof? Oh, there they are.
Great match, guys. Good job, well done.
Sorry, guys. Sorry to let you down, but yeah.
Unfortunately, this time the Super GM vibes were not channeling properly. Yeah.
Not bad. Very good.
No.
What happened in WR, by the way? Who won?
It's gone into the Armageddon.
Ooh. Nice.
All right, thank you guys. It was an amazing evening. So the semifinals of the Team Chess Battle is officially over, and tomorrow we will have the finals. So Casa Carly will be the host of the event, and the viewers, thank you for watching this event. It was my pleasure to be the host of this fascinating thing, and also thanks to Nemo and Eric, and of course also Sagar with Tanya for being amazing and exciting players. I'm saying goodbye to all of you. Enjoy the finals tomorrow and have a great evening. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It started.
Bye.
Let's
White
go.
good game.
Tanya,
Nice.
D4. It is. Let's go.
D4 it is. So D5, let's go knight F3 to just avoid all E4, E5 stuff, okay?
Great work. This is just a recap.
Hey, thanks everyone.
Thank you. You're good to go.
Eric and Nemo, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
Nemo, all the best.
All right,
Play
thank
well.
you.
Almost checkmate. I'm sure there was something that was checkmate, but I can't see it. So, oh, it's.
That was fun. Oh, let me see if I can call Eric really quick, actually. Maybe we want to have a little chat about our upcoming match, potentially. Which will be tomorrow! Which is kind of crazy, actually. Yeah. Alright, cool. 1 second. I'm so confused. What even was I calling on? Oh, we were on Zoom. Can you guys still hear me? Lowish. I think it's because whenever I'm on something, my microphone settings get reset. So that's probably why. Does Eric? I'm gonna message Eric. Want to do a quick call? I'm doing well. It's always fun to win these matches. I can't believe tomorrow is going to be our last day of team matching. Oh, hello. Oh, wait. Can you hear me yet?
Hey, Nemo.
Hello.
That was
Yeah,
a good, very good match.
great games. That was honestly pretty crazy.
Yeah, it felt like very controlled throughout. Like even with the sharp position in the first game, and then I think the second game was just super smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the opening choice was really good. Like that. Basically single-handedly got us into like the middle game positions where we were, doing very decent.
They played exactly what I was predicting. Actually, I guess with both games, like going into the 4-night Scotch and then the first game going into this huge ED exchange line with casting queenside. I thought maybe at some point they would deviate, try and throw us off our prep, but I don't think they had as much time to prepare as we did.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say they blundered against the Kremling. Our opponents tomorrow blundered against the Kremlin. It's like straight up a rook in one of the games.
Oh, I saw that moment. Yeah, and like
yeah.
Anna and Pia played the wrong move just way too quickly, like missing the tactic in the end game.
Yeah.
So it goes to show our opponents tomorrow are very beatable.
Absolutely. I genuinely think that we have like very good chances. We just need to stay on top of things and obviously let me know about
For
the
sure.
openings. Do you have any idea when it is?
Oh, I think it's a little bit later tomorrow. I put in my calendar. Let me check real quick. I think it's like at least 2 hours later.
2 hours later? Okay. Oh, and thank you so much for the raid. I didn't notice, but
Oh,
appreciate it.
you're welcome. Yeah. I think I forgot to like send it over, but it came over eventually.
Yeah, we won, guys. We won. Oh, 3 p.m. Eastern, according to chess.com/TV.
Okay. Cool. So 2 p.m. Central, we'll join the call.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my calendar.
40 minutes before.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, today felt great. Like the fact that we won the first game just meant the second game was once again.
Yeah, I mean, if we play the same way we've played in the first 2 matches tomorrow, then I think we'll have good chances tomorrow. Just, matter of having good form, being sharp, being focused, getting good sleep.
Yep.
I think those are sometimes the most important things.
Absolutely. So let me know if there's anything you want me to take a look at once again.
Yeah, we'll do. I'm gonna take the dog for a walk.
Go
The dog
for
was
it.
really good during the match. I was scared she was gonna like scratch the door and like bark, and I think she was just napping the whole time. But she's probably ready for a walk now.
Amazing, just like cats.
Yeah,
Oh, his ears moved.
needs some attention. Yeah.
But all right, I'll let you go. Thanks so much once again
Awesome.
for today. It was great. It was really, really great.
Likewise. Yeah. Good job today, and we'll be in touch. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Pretty crazy stuff, honestly. Pretty crazy stuff. Whew! Wow. We are honestly killing it, and I'm very happy once again that we are. It's felt super insane. We had some good calculations there, absolutely. We have not done team matches before, but that being said, Eric and I have hung out. And we've actually played in person. We've actually played like casual chess in person against like some of our friends. Not necessarily like in a team format, just in a like he's suggesting moves. So we've like talked a bit before, but this is the first time we've really done this format. I mean, it's the first time a lot of people have done this format. It's not a very common format. But yeah, it's fun. Honestly, he sent me files for like a Spanish line earlier in the day, and I was looking over those, but his decision to go for the Scotch, while it's not an opening that I play, I think works really well for us because the opponents obviously did not prep it, and everyone's kind of expecting, the Spanish from me. But this is where Eric shines, and he's got all these opening things in his mind. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. But it's pretty crazy. So we do work really, really well together, and it's honestly just such a pleasure playing with Eric. He just makes the experience really fun. Can I look at 2 moves? And you didn't like Queen G6 in the first move? Yeah, I'm down to take a little look. I'm not really sure. Oh, please. No, I don't want to hear that. First game. Engine did not like Queen G6, huh? Oh, this isn't even on analysis. Sure, self-analysis. There we go. Knight takes F7, I saw, got an brilliant move, which is nice. We got we are farming brilliancies over here. I have no idea what the prize is for winning. I honestly didn't really think about it. But regardless, I'm just happy that we're getting to the finals. $3,500 shared. Is that on top of what we've already made, or is it like that probably wouldn't make sense. That's probably the total we would get. But regardless, anyways, yeah, doing our best. It's just a really interesting experience. I did not really expect it to make the finals. I actually didn't even know we were in the quarters when we won our very first match. I didn't realize the brackets were just 8 people. So knight takes f4 is great. Once again, this is just one of my surgeons. I give them advice. Yeah, exactly. And then here, queen h5 was not great. Engine also does not love queen g6. How do I go back to just first place is 10k? Wait, no, total prize pool is 10k. Eric saw knight takes f4 literally the move before. Like, we played b6, which apparently Engine also didn't love, but I love b6. Yeah, there we go, Grumpy. Thanks. But even before our opponents played rook d2, he was like, oh, if they ever play rook d2, we have knight takes f4. And they played rook d2, so we just played knight takes f4. And this was great. Queen to g6 apparently was not the Engine's favorite, and rook takes d6 just works. Because if knight takes e4, we can just play rook takes d4, and this is very valid. We could just take d3. Oh no, not takes on e3. Take on d3 first, and then we have rook f4. Yeah, this is kind of what I saw. But I think queen g6 was a lot more, like, safe because we just didn't need to calculate that much. Like, for example, if knight d4 here, I did, like, rook takes d4, and then we had knight b4. Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of these lines, but we just decided to keep it kind of safe and simple. Why can't they not take the knight? Because if they take the knight, they lose the rook to e3. This is a cute little discovered attack. Always look for checks, captures, and threats. Checks, captures, and threats. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, honestly. And then the second game was obviously super duper clean. But well, I also think that one of the nice things about playing with Eric is that he's quite meticulous and he likes to go through lines a lot. And I'm not really that type of person these days. I just kind of see a good move, and it might not be the best move, but I think it makes sense. And I think that format works really well in Rapid because I can just bounce that idea off of him. He can be like, oh yeah, this looks good, we should go for it. And I think we just combo really well off of each other. He brings the opening knowledge, you know, and I've got like little tactics, a little middle game stuff. I think we just work really well together. I think that's the nice part, and like we can blunder check each other and stuff. I think I strongly prefer like aggressive, tactical, I want to sack. And he also does, of course, but it's good when there's somebody you can bounce the idea off of, because sometimes I'm a little too aggressive. But yeah, like rook f1 here just really cleaned up the game. This was crazy. We both thought we had checkmate, but we did not. There is checkmate here apparently though. I mean, at this point it's winning, but there's no like... No, there's actually no... So the forced checkmate in 7 is c4. Okay. Because we're threatening knight to c5. Ah. Well, we're not seeing that. That's so unnecessary. With 40 seconds. Yeah, this is so unnecessary. Oh, okay, well... I mean, yeah, okay, we get it. Yeah, I think it's really nice. I mean, I don't think that my opinion of classical chess changes at all with this tournament performance. I genuinely think that playing with Eric... Like, I probably wouldn't have done this event if it wasn't for the fact that I was partnered up with Eric, I guess is the best way I can put it. So, we could trap the bishop. Oh. Yeah, it's also rapid. And playing with somebody else makes the experience very different. But once again, playing with Eric makes it pleasant. I think Michael from, like, on chess.com side, I don't know if Michael does anything super public, but he asked me, like, months ago, if I would be down to do this, and my team partner would be Eric, and I was like, yeah, sounds like fun. Eric is definitely the least toxic partner in chess. Whenever someone says like, oh, you got me into chess, I'm just there like... But if somebody told me that Eric got them into chess, I'd be like, yeah, I believe you 100%. Hey, Aro Baker, thank you so much for the prime. Welcome back to your 18th month. Thank you. Our opponents for tomorrow are, let me check. I don't want to get their names wrong. I also don't speak Spanish. Pepe Cuenca and David Martinez. Absolutely grumpy. I mean, he doesn't even need to be excited. He just has that personality where if I talk to him, it's just nice. It doesn't have to be about chess. It just can be about anything. It's just nice. Ratatat. How many ratatats do they have? Let me actually look. But yeah, Pepe and David. David. Pepe and David. So, Pepe Jose Cuenca. Pepe is, wow, he's a civil engineer, has a PhD in applied mathematics, and is a chess grandmaster. Sounds like my parents would like him a lot. I'm joking. Sheesh! Wow, that's pretty impressive. So Pepe is the grandmaster. Oh my god, what the heck, Cronus? But is Pepe getting 50 gifted sub from Cronus? I think not. Thank you so much, Cronus. Yo, that is absolutely crazy. If you guys are getting a gifted sub from Cronus, please make sure you're thanking him. I also noticed we had a whole bunch of drops earlier. Also, thank you very much, Anonymous. Anonymous still being anonymous as always. But if you guys got a gifted sub today, please do make sure you're checking out on the top of your little Twitch thing. It will notify you who gave it, unless it's anonymous, in which case it won't. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate the support for these team events. I hope you guys have been having fun. I saw there was some Gamba today, so that's great. I'm glad the mods remembered. Thank you very, 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 very much. Hilarious, Cronus. I would watch the VOD, but I don't speak Spanish, so that's not much. There's not much point in me preparing.
El amor es una planta que hay que regar.
Todos los días. Muy bien.
Espera,
Muy bien.
Está bien.
Sí, hay que dar amor. Ese al fin.
Porque el amor, ¿sabes qué, Divis? ¿Cuál es la definición de amor?
Okay. That's so much Spanish. It's aggressive, loud Spanish, too. I have a slight chance if they speak very slowly in the tone of babble, because that's where I did my Spanish. But no, there's no chance here. I can't understand a single word. Spanish is such a hard language to understand, mostly because they actually speak so fast. Like, people who authentically speak Spanish speak it so fast. I feel like a lot of the time, there's languages that can be easier to understand if you just learn it, because the language has, like, a specific pace. But in Spanish, it just goes like bam, bam, bam. If it's a, yeah, anyways. It's just crazy. I just don't understand. Like, I just can't even enunciate certain words in Spanish. Oh, thank you so much, Turd Blossom, for the prime as well. Welcome back to the pool party. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and there's so many types of Spanish. Oh, it's impossible. But okay, I'm gonna actually look at Pepe Cuenca's games really, really quick, because that would be good. Cuenca. Yeah, this is him. This would appear to be him. How do I look at his games? Games. Oh, here it is. Okay. Spanish from Spain. Yeah, it's so different for everyone. This is him, but the games don't show up. And he hasn't played since September 2024. Okay. No worries. Let's look at the second guy, because the second guy... Oh my gosh, that is insane. Yo, Anonymous. 10 tier 3s? Whoa. Thank you so much. That is actually crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's actually super wild. Thank you very, very much. If you guys are getting that gifted sub today, please, even if you didn't, make sure you're thanking them. I really appreciate the support from the community. You guys are great. Thank you. You guys are insane. That's very, very generous. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying. At least I hope that means you're enjoying. Katsko still not impressed. Katsko tired himself out. During the break, he was playing with the bone. I think he got it stuck somewhere over there, so he no longer has his bone to play with. And yeah, I need to go find it again. And thank you so much, Padawan, for the tier 1. Welcome back to your 30th month. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Hello. Hello. Having a Grandmaster on their team is kind of crazy. He's the only Grandmaster in the entire tournament. And thank you so much, Joey, for the 1,000 bits as well. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh, Pia, yeah. Pia's a Grandmaster. Sorry, I forgot about Pia. My bad. I apologize. 2 Grandmasters. But she's no longer in the match. I mean, in the tournament. What happened here? But thank you so much. Tough! That's tough, Bobby. That's tough. Yeah, it's true, though. But I do agree with this statement. Pia had Women FIDE Master with her, and Pepe has David. Also, is Pepe just his nickname in general, or is Pepe like a short form for Jose that I don't know about? Oh my gosh, Caspian, thank you so much for another 5 as well. You guys are crazy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Make sure you're thanking them if you got a gifted sub today. Thank you. Well, what's wrong with saying faster chess? Should it not be saying faster chess? Should it be quicker chess? What's the difference between faster and quicker? I'm actually not sure. Is it not faster? Is this like a grammar thing? No, okay. I was just worried that I might have like said it wrong to Sagar, but I think Sagar just genuinely didn't understand that I was trying to trash talk him, which is so wholesome. No, I mean, I knew I was trash talking, but then I realized that Sagar has no idea. He was just like, what's faster chess? And I was like, ah, damn, it's so hard. No, but it's just so hard to trash talk Sagar. He just doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't get it. I don't think so. I think Sagar just genuinely doesn't get it sometimes, and I think it's okay. It's totally fine. He doesn't get trash talked to very often. Yo, thank you so much, Sad Rabbit, also for another 1,000 bits. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Sagar probably speaks like 4 or 5 languages. He probably speaks Hindi and some other languages around India. For sure. Absolutely. I can't remember which one specifically, but there's so many languages. Thank you so much, Lone Gamer, for the tier 1 as well. Welcome back to a full year. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I am making a push for the level 2 creator thingy, which I think you can actually kind of see the goal at the bottom of the description, but I really, really, really appreciate anybody new here or anybody coming back, all you guys for priming or subbing. You guys are great. Thank you so much. They handled Levy and Canty pretty well yesterday, but seemed to take another level. I mean, I think we just make a very good team. Which reminds me, I was just trying to look at their games, but it would appear that you can't find the games on this, so maybe I have to go to events page. If I can find the events page, that is. A year is insane. I really appreciate it. Lone Gamer. So if I go here and I go through games. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this works. Ratatata. Ratata. It's just ratata. Why is it ratata? .98.4 accurate. Oh, we played a sort of semi-Slav. Yeah, Twitch changes their like creator payout thing basically once a month. So creators have to stay on top of it, and then yeah. Rattata. Rattata is a Pokemon. And then there's like Nidoqueen. Wait, is Nidoqueen and Nidoking like the... Oh, which reminds me, we should choose a new Pokemon profile picture. Oh, the A file's missing? Sorry. Thanks. Hello, hello. Oh, that's his like classic phrase. Got it. Oh, Rattata. Rattata into Raticate? Sorry, I don't know why I rolled the R there. Wait, who evolves into Nidoqueen? Now I'm just like... Nidoqueen is a large bipedal... What? It's related to Nidoran? Oh, it goes from Nidoran to Nidoqueen. Okay. Got it. Okay. Never mind. Just some Pokemon stuff. But yeah, so it would appear that... Oh gosh. I mean, the time management is honestly not great coming from Black side. But their time management wasn't that great either in this opening. I would imagine move 9 of the semi-slav should be pretty common knowledge for like GM and IM level, but maybe once again this is not an opening they expected to see. It actually looks like they got into significant time trouble. Wow. Oh my gosh, Pokemon Go. When I was in Japan, I saw so many people on the trains playing Pokemon Go. I mean, they were playing a lot of different games. Apparently mobile games in Japan go crazy, but... What happened in this game? Why did Black just lose? Damn. Yeah, this was just really bad endgame coming in from Black. I think G5 is pretty tough, but I mean, I guess you have to. Yeah, Black just never really got their pieces activated. Whew, that's tough. That's really tough. It just felt like at some point in the middle of the game, like the end game just completely slipped away from the Cramlings. Like right around this part, like it was so hard to defend. White just has the super strong center. It's like a good bishop versus a bad knight. I mean, they're currently up a pawn, but it won't matter much. Yeah, I mean, you just have to really not get into these worse endgame positions against Grandmasters and IMs because they're just so strong. Like, they just don't make mistakes. And it's really hard to play from a worse position. And it's also very not fun to play from a worse position. So I can definitely see how that game slipped away from them. But let's take a look at this one. Before I take a look at this one, I actually gotta go to the bathroom really quick. So I will BRB. I will BRB. Yeah, I think Pokemon Go just got kind of dry. Because, like, there just wasn't that many crazy cool Pokemon. I didn't really want to do, like, the fight thing. Because the fighting thing just seemed meh. But I remember playing Pokemon Go when the first summer it came out. It was actually a lot of fun. It was kind of a good time. Let me see. It was really big, like summer of 2016 maybe, or summer of 2017. There's a lot of good Pokemon on it now. That's crazy. Crazy. Okay, here, you guys can watch this stream while I go to the bathroom. Enjoy some Spanish.
Sí, dama por C5 es el de 3 débil, la verdad.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Ya.
Es verdad que hay un dama de 6 también. O caballo
Pay
de
to
6.
win, mobile games.
Ya, igual no
Never.
es tan grave para ellas, ¿no?
No sé, estoy pensando ahí. A ver, dama por C5 y ahí tenemos... Tiene un alfil malísimo, ¿eh? Incluso esa posición no parece tan...
Alfil 2. Ah, caballo de 5 está viniendo, cuidado.
Caballo de 5, sí. La otra divisa es jugar un caballo de 2. Pero ahí tiene 5, ¿no? No, E5 torre C5. Supongo que la jugada a caballo de 2 es caballo de 4, ¿no?
cambiar y... Bueno, pero hay un poco de ligera. Le hacemos la de un Pepe ahí de dama de cambiar todo.
Tenemos ligerilla. Y la otra divis es un caballo E5, ¿no?
Caballo
E5,
5,
¿no?
caballo 4.
Y ahí me quito torre C2, por ejemplo. Y
Jaque en
estamos...
A5.
No,
jaque,
pero estamos
jaque en
jugando
A5.
al fil C4, ¿eh?
Ya, pero tiene dama 5 ahí. Contra torre C2. Y nos comen en
Qué
alto
buena
3.
dama 5, la verdad.
La
Qué
otra es que
buena.
caballo 5, caballo... Ah, no. Caballo 5, caballo 4 molesta. Sí, yo creo que hay que elegir F3 o caballo de 2. Caballo de 2 es un poco más triste. Y F3 es que me huele rara, la verdad, pero...
A mí también me huele rara, ¿eh? F3, C5, peón por, dama por, esa posición que tal es. B4 se va con la dama, ¿dónde se va? E7, y ahí tenemos dama de 6. ¿No estamos apretando un pelín ahí? Igual no.
Ya. Y si hace una cualquiera, o sea, F3 una cualquiera, un torre de 8...
Ya, es que tampoco desarrollamos luego tan fácil, ¿no?
Tenemos que hacer alfil E2, rey F2, por ejemplo, pero huele raro, la verdad. Pero quizá no sea tan malo, alfil E2, rey F2, pero dame F5.
A ver, F3, C5, ¿no? Es todo el rato lo que estamos calculando ahí.
Un momento.
Hay que comer.
Ah, no.
Hay que comer. Peón por, dama por, y no, es que no me termina de convencer. Hay un E4, hay un dama de 6 ahí, el finalito no tengo ni mucho menos claro.
Es que las casillas negras están muy débiles ahí.
Igual a caballo de 2 no hace B6, continúa el desarrollo, es que tampoco nos podemos mover mucho, ¿no?
Caballo de 2, B6, sí. Y nos toca.
B6 y no podemos mover.
Bueno, ahí nos podemos hacer los guapos con alfil E2, dama por G2, alfil F3.
Pero eso lo podemos hacer ya también, con el aire, ¿no? Pero igual eso parece interesante para ella, ¿eh?
O caballo de 2, B6, caballo F3. Ah, no, que viene caballo 4.
Ese caballo 4 es muy molesto, tío. Tiriti, traum. A ver.
Joder, nos han igualado.
Nos han secado, tío. Nos han secado.
7 minutos, ¿eh? Estamos muy mal, estamos lentillos hoy, ¿eh?
Estamos muy lentos.
F3, torre de 8. Que F3 huele mal, ¿eh?
Y le 2, ¿no? Ahí, no pasa nada. Y a C5, peón por, dama por C5, nos toca la dama.
No, ahí está de 8 tocado. Está de 8 en el aire.
Ah, vale. O sea, F3, torre de 8, alfil de 2.
F3 mala, la hacemos. La hacemos aunque sea mala.
La hacemos F3, la otra es caballo de 2, ¿no? Pero venga, vamos a hacer F3, ¿no? Y ya está, de perdidos al río. Ahí está. El Facum para resolver los problemas. No me convence nada.
Nada.
I understand nada.
Nada en absoluto.
I get nada.
Casillas negras. Si pudiéramos mover el alfil de F1 a F2, teníamos clara ventaja, pero eso no es
They
ajedrez.
still have a move? This whole time, I think they have some really... okay, I'm gonna, like, just skim through it.
Sí. Dama de 5, la verdad.
To play C5.
Oh,
like, okay, well,
because
because after... and then Raro, apologize for... because let's... We have...
that crazy. Yeah. With queen is so...
It does appear that both teams spend a substantial amount of time. I mean, they both spend substantial amounts of time on the match. I could tell without watching through the VOD. So I actually think we have some really good chances, potentially pushing them into a little bit of time trouble. So I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. It would probably be a good idea to... Like, they're on move 23, and they have 57 seconds. That's crazy. What are they spending their time on? It's like the middle game of a... It's like literally the middle game of some... I mean, I know it's a Queen's Gambit decline. This doesn't look like a Queen's Gambit decline. Why does White have such a nice pawn structure? I guess it's kind of falling. Yeah, they lose the pawn. Took a nap in the middle. Like, I'm just looking at their time, and it drops down from 11 minutes. I'll move 13. To 7 minutes on move 14, or 8 minutes on move 14. They spent 4 minutes on knight a6. I'm just trying to understand why, But I guess it doesn't really matter. Pepe is kind of slow. He makes 90% of the moves. The Grandmaster. I like this. I like this. Very important move, yeah. I mean, the only decision you're making here is whether or not you're playing knight to a6, taking this knight, or playing knight to e8. Because you can play knight to d7. You lose the bishop, or you lose a pawn rather. So you have to decide if you don't want to swap off this bishop, then you have to either play knight to a6 or knight to e8 to defend this bishop. So then the choice is knight e6, and then you're like, well, this, knight to e8, and then you're like, oh, this knight's not that good. So then you go knight a6. That's how I would arrive at that's how I would arrive at knight to a6. But once again, I think, like, for a grandmaster, there's probably a lot being done to become a grandmaster. Like, there's a lot of thinking involved, which is why I'm not a grandmaster. So that can actually work against him in these time controls, because you don't have that much time. So yeah. No, but it's true. Like, if I saw that position, I'd be like, well, I don't really want to take off my bishop. I don't want to swap a bishop for a knight. I don't really want to play knight e8. That looks really passive. So let's just go for knight a6. It's like a 30-second thought process. But once again, maybe he's calculating some really fancy stuff that I'm not calculating. That's why. He's a grandmaster, a civil engineer, and a PhD in, I can't remember what now, but yeah, the story checks out. Yeah, I mean, they were playing this endgame with 30 seconds. It's kind of crazy, actually. I mean, they were winning here, which is nice. They have a pair of bishops. They have the pass pawn. Definitely really good drawing chances over here for the Team Kremlin. Now, oh my gosh. So this is the rumored rook blunder. Here, they just take instinctually back on a4. They spent, let me see, 10-second increments, so they spent 2 seconds to play rook to a4. These are the type of moves that we just have to catch in order to win the game. We just need to see it. Yeah. It's kind of wild. Thanks, Cronus. And thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Which reminds me, I'm sending you over the video right now. Sorry, I was just wrapping this up. But yeah, it should be a really good time. I'm really excited about it. And tomorrow is going to be a good time. It starts at 3, so if you guys want to support us, we would really appreciate it. But yeah, thanks, DXL. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But honestly, I think the matches are really fun. I think we're in a super solid spot. No, that dress was from like they're a brand called Finesse. And they do a lot of designs basically done using AI, and it's really interesting. So I like them. The dress I'm wearing today is actually kind of in that similar vein. But yeah, it's super fascinating. Damn. Hey, Uncultured, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys watching the streams. A 40 stream streak is wild stuff. Wild stuff. Yeah, I have a dress on, but I decided it was too cold. This is a lot cozier. So. We won. We won both games. That's what I was trying to say. So. It's been hoodie weather for a little bit. It's gonna be 20. Whoa, that's kind of nice. Oh my gosh, Anonymous. Thank you so much for another 34 gifted subs. That's crazy. Yo, if you guys are getting that gifted sub, please, please, please make sure you're thanking them. Even if they're anonymous, please make sure you're thanking them. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know when Levy said that we would lose 2-0. I honestly didn't see the clip. Nobody sent the clip over to me, so I was just like... But I am really glad we won. It means more treats for the cat. See, you can see his little ear perk up. He recognizes the word cat. He knows when I'm talking to him. He understands cat. He's just like, what do you want? No, but he seriously understands cat. So he responds to cats go sometimes. But like you can see his little ear like turn over, but he clearly understood I was trying to talk. See? Look at him. He's like, what do you want? Levy says a lot of crazy things. I'm gonna lose to O2. Yeah, Levy's gonna be a grandmaster. Well, I mean, regardless, Levy was making good content. Because now we've proven, Levy, that we are not going to lose. We did not lose 2-0. In fact, we won 2-0, which is wild. His name is Gambit, but I don't know the last time I called him Gambit. And now he's back to sleep. He doesn't recognize the word food at all. Oh my god, speaking of food, I got sushi last night. And I gave him, like, the littlest piece of slightly torched mackerel. And he refused to eat it. This guy is such a picky eater. I was just trying to see if I can expand his horizons. I gave him a little piece of hamachi. He was like, gobble. That's amazing. And then I was like, all right, maybe he'll like some other fish. And I gave him like the smallest piece. And he was like, nope. So yeah, he's a very picky eater. Well, he is a foodie. He's just a picky eater. I mean, I honestly don't even remember if he likes salmon. I need to try with salmon. But he does not use chopsticks, no. But he usually likes fish. That's why I wanted to give him a little piece of mackerel, because I like mackerel, and I think mackerel is very much like it's got that fishiness in it that's kind of like sardines. And one of his favorite treats are dried sardines, like just straight up like dried sardines. And he loves dried sardines, but he doesn't like mackerel. So I don't know why. I'm trying to expand his taste buds. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They do have to be different flavors too, yeah. It's true. Put him next to the best sushi, yeah. Does he like anchovies on his pizza? I don't know. I don't think he would. I don't think so. He likes banana pizza? Absolutely not. Yeah, I can actually look here. I'll show you guys. I have some leftover sushi that I'm gonna bring over. Oh, I also have a little snack. I'm gonna bring over a little snack, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. I'm gonna give him two types of fish, and then you guys can see what he likes and what he doesn't like. Okay, I'll be right back. He follows me everywhere, so you can kind of see that he's like just tentatively plodding along. There he is. You think Casco knows what fish is in Spanish? Look, he's writing in his little spot. So these are just some little cut up pieces of hamachi that I prepared. This is my food. Yeah, I wore the dress to start, and then I realized it's like not really dress weather. It's gotten so cold in Toronto. It's gotten so cold. And now, Catsko, you can come up once again, and then you can see. Hey, one piece first. Eat that one. Yeah. See? This is hamachi. Well, it's cut up, so you can't really tell. Oh. And he has to eat it on the ground. It tastes better when it's on the ground. Hi, little guy. There's more. If you come up, you can help yourself. I don't know why he goes on the ground. But he literally just like brings it over and is now on the ground. I mean, you can't really see him, but he loves the hamachi. He's like directly behind my seat, this little guy. He nibbles it a little bit and then drops to the floor. Because he's a shark. Oh, hello. Yeah, one little piece at a time. Oh, wow. Okay, now he's feeling more confident. All right, slow down there, buddy. Slow down there. Hey, that's my food. That's my food. You can't have that one. Hey, okay, you know what? Come back here. I regret this. It does. I have Danya's game in the background. Alright, well, he's just chowing down on hamachi now. But yeah, he absolutely loves hamachi. What a cutie. See? This is what he's like. Yeah, you guys are getting some cat booty. Nope, this is mine. Can't have this. This is different. That's also mine. Can't have that either. No, buddy, you can't have pork floss buns. Hamachi is yellowtail. It's like, it's just a Japanese name for yellowtail. This is not for you. He just wants fish. That's all you want. Yeah, yellowtail's great. I'm just keeping this safe from my roaming cat. This cat roams better than my jungler. Look at him, actually checking every single part of this table. Getting a little confident there, buddy. Getting a little confident. Alright, you done? Look at him licking his chops. He's so happy. He's 2 years old. So he's still pretty young. I wonder what he was like when he was a kitten. I feel like he was such a menace as a kitten. If this is what he's like as a 2-year-old cat, can you imagine when he was like a kitten? When he was a kitten, it would just like be such a menace. That would be so cute. Nope, does not want. He's pretty big, yeah. He's a big boy. Yeah, kittens are wild, and then there's this guy. He's also pretty wild. He's just like, I know you guys are talking about me. Alright, I'm having my bun. Okay, well, the problem is I want to wash my hands and he's gonna eat it. If I leave my bun on the table for 3 seconds, it's gonna be on the floor. This bun is not safe. That's true. He might follow me to the bathroom. But the thing is, if I leave it here, he might follow me instead. No, I just put it in the microwave. It's like slightly warm. Okay, cats go. I'm gonna go wash my hands, okay? Alright, I'll be right back. Keep an eye out on the bun. Shit, I'm still muted, sorry. Hey, Mittens. Yo, if you don't like that, you're not gonna like this. Danya just lost his game. That's the only news I have. I'm gonna close the chest. No more Hamachi for you. This is pork floss. I don't know if you guys know what pork floss is, but it's a pretty Chinese thing. You can buy pork floss just as a topping for like rice. And it goes great. One of my like favorite easy foods to make is just rice, egg, a little pork floss on it. I used to have that back when I was like in school. But pork floss is basically like pork meat, but extremely shredded. I think this bun was like $2 from Chinatown. So, I would say no. It doesn't taste like bacon at all. It's very, no, it's still savory. No, it's not like niftabasso. I don't know how to explain it. The stuffing is pork floss. It just looks like this. It's like shredded pork, basically. It's similar to pulled pork, but dried. So it's like, imagine if you have pulled pork, all the liquid extracted from it, and then shredded down even more. I don't even know the Chinese name for it. But it's delicious. And it's a really easy like snack to have, because you can just have a little tub of it in your house, and you can just put it on bread. But it's basically like pulled pork.
Yeah, it's kind of like got the texture of savory cotton candy. It's not everybody's thing, because once again, if you can have, you know, a pork sandwich, you can also get better quality pork. I'm sure this pork quality is not the best, but it's delicious, and I think the bread is actually baked really good. So this is a day old. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. You put it in rice for breakfast or something. Yeah. No, Asians eat a lot of bread. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yup. Exactly, Joe. It's mostly used as a topping. Not as a main ingredient. Mm-hmm. Alright. It's time for a little bit of poker. Stick with bacon. I am gonna say, this probably is not really healthier than bacon. I mean, it's less pork, but yeah, it's still... Thank you.